Top of the morning to you. How's everybody doing outside of society? 16, we're at it again. 16 shows, man. That's 16 weeks. That's 3 months and 2 weeks. Man, that was quick math, right? Nope. Shit. That was close. No, 12 weeks, 4 months, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 3 months, 2 weeks. What? My nigga. All right. So I got some fun shit I want to talk about today. Thank you. Thank you so much. You see how like I was all down and drowned out in the beginning when we were talking, Joan and Matthew, and I could just turn it on. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you act. Speaking of acting, I would think, Spade, that you would know movies really fucking well. You are part of the final credits, man. You watch movies, you know who's in this, you know this actor, you know what car with superhero flew through a window. You know all this shit. How the fuck can you not answer my question about what car was driven in a very specific car by a very specific actor? Why didn't you go through your database, your SQL, your...
I am.
Hold on, I'm not done. Your Apple numbers sheet, you don't have Apple. I get it. You're broke. Why not have a log of some sort where you could say, I know this movie?
Okay, so that's okay. Number one, that's an obscure thing to look for. Okay, I can't even find it on the IMDb. So
yeah,
not on there.
I think one of the things is wrong. Either the actor is wrong or the car is wrong.
Okay,
yeah, I could see that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm being serious.
No, sure, and I get your argument. It's a fantastic argument. How much you want to bet that he drove that car in a movie?
I don't know. I mean, these look. It's hard enough to remember a movie of what the plot is, who the actors were, and everything like that. And then you got other people who remember who do the scores and who the director was and everything like that. But to sit there and remember a specific car from a specific movie with a specific actor in,
wouldn't that fall in the bracket of paying attention to detail? You know, one of the things in the military, and I know you guys don't like talking about the military. Maybe Matthew does because he spent some time in it. But one of the things, don't fucking roll your eyes and put your head down. One of the things that is big in the military, don't give me stare and dagger, Spade. I see you in the corner of my eyes. I'm in no mood to see my own kind of face. So if you like in the military, they'll say attention to detail, meaning that you'll put a sock here, a pencil here, and a rifle here. Right now, someone will come by and take the shit and then just take it all away. And then they'll put the rifle here, they'll put the pencil here, and then they'll put the sock over here. But you know, based off of what you saw, okay, regardless of your memory, you are to remember everything you see the way that it is without looking anything up. And that is something that I've picked up over the years. But aside from that, even if you don't have any military background at all, you would think that if you said to me, Jay, name this vape. It's got 4 ports. Okay, I can name fucking 50,000. I need more information. Made by Watofo. Okay. What color was it? It came in black, stainless steel, and blue. All right. Was it tall or short? It was short. Boom. I could browse my mental history and find that RDA. Why? Because I'm in the vape industry. I would think that because I could watch or I could name a thing from a movie for you that you'd be boom right on it. So I don't think you're truly passionate about the final credits. You know what I mean? I think it's just one credit. You know what I mean? Like it's roll the one director. That's it. We don't give a shit about anything else. So do you want the answer?
Yeah.
Hit it, Jordan.
From what I could find, it was Basic Instinct.
Is it though?
Now,
well, he doesn't really drive it. Her character owns it.
Okay.
But it's in a movie with Michael Douglas, right?
Right. Correct.
Yeah. Well, you gave us the answer. I mean, Michael Douglas and the car.
Are you sure that she dropped? Now you got me fucked up that that's not the movie. Hold on, man. Basic Instinct trailer.
The flip side of things is if I'm wrong, I still don't lose my channel.
Okay, you are wrong. You're wrong. Now the reason how do I know you're wrong? It's okay. It's okay. It's an answer. You're not. What's weird is I needed a specific movie with Michael Douglas and the things that you're not wrong, but that's not it. But that's his BMW 850. Okay, so if you watch the Basic Instinct trailer, you'll see that car. I'm gonna give you more information. I don't give a shit. As we go by, the stakes go up. Because I have to find this fucking movie. I'll tell you what the stakes are at when I give you a little bit more definition. He's driving home from work. Hey, you better get your final credits, people, on the fucking phone, Spade, because this one's big, okay? He's driving home, and he parks. You know like how houses have a detached garage? Like they'll have a big house and then a driveway that goes to a garage that's in the middle of the fucking front yard. Okay, so there's a garage that he pulls up to. Okay, gets out of the car, goes in the house, whatever the movie is. And then later on, the car is parked in front of the garage and he gets in the car and he drives away. Those are the only two scenes that I can remember with Michael Douglas and that car. What fucking movie is it, bro? He's driving the car. I don't think the movie you just showed, Basic Instinct, he ever drives the car. He 100% drives the car.
Then I'm gonna revert back to my previous guess, and I can't find it, but then it's gonna be A Perfect Murder because he plays a very wealthy human being in that movie.
Perfect Murder. I mean, what you'd have to do, this would take forever. You would have to, and it's not, here's the thing, it's not his main car that he drives. Okay, so it's in the movie for like
a few seconds.
Maybe 30 seconds tops, bro. Like, they show him driving it, like, inside, but not the actual outside of it. That's just two scenes. So you'd have to literally watch every Michael Douglas movie till you found the movie. Perfect Murder, Michael Douglas. I mean, and it doesn't make it better that he always drives BMWs in all of his shit. So it makes it even... No, see, Perfect Murder is... that's a 4-door. Yeah, and it's a very distinct front end. When I see that BMW 850, you know what it reminds me of? A Ford Probe.
Okay.
Every time I see that front end, it reminds me of a Ford Probe, like on crack. And the headlights go up on it. The headlights go up. So it's definitely an 850 series. Okay, well, look, we're not going to make a whole stream out of this. I'll tell you what the reward is now. We went from $200. Now we're going to go to $500 or the first special model out the front haze on me. It exists. I don't want to hear that it's not in a movie. I remember it specifically and watching the movie more than once. So... Anyway, so let me tell you guys a story while you're looking this up and ruining the fucking stream. So yesterday, it wasn't in a game. The game is a 4-door. It's a BMW,
but it's a 7 Series.
Yeah,
it's a 7 Series. We're looking for a specific 8 Series.
850 CSI is the car. I mean, there's two different 850s. There's a CSI. There's the TDS. Which is the weird one that they made the last year. It's not that. And then there's an 8-cylinder and a V12. I think in that one is the 8-cylinder model. fucking shit. Anyway, so yesterday, I found something fun about Brie. I thought about this while I was in the shower. So, Jordan, you good?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not going anywhere. It's bothering you. Like, it's like I want to kill the feed to fucking find it. It's like you ever watch a movie and you're like, yo, I know this guy from somewhere.
Oh,
And you're in the middle of the movie, but you're like, I gotta pause this shit. I gotta find out where I know this guy from. Because anything that is said after you see his face, you don't take in. You're like an hour in the movie, and you're like, yo, what? What do I fucking know this guy from? Tell the movie theater guy to pause it real quick. I gotta look this shit up.
Yes.
But it's like it's like that with this car now. So anyway, I found something fun about Brie. And I noticed this because when me and Brie would do 1 to 4, or like if she comes on the show, or like right now, if I said something, she would come up here and say something. So Brie is not a confrontational person. If I say something that or does something that bothers her, she'll just kind of shrug it off, like no argument, no nothing. And it kind of sucks because sometimes we want to know if something bothers you, but most of the time I really don't give a fuck. So don't tell me. Just act like you love it. I know, misogynistic, eat my ass. Anyway, so yesterday she had this little top on before she was going to do the Twitch stream. I was like, those titties look luscious. And what I like to do is I like to like grab the shirt and just pop it over so I see like a whole breast with a nipple, or I like pull it down. But I expected the shirt to be much more flexible than what it is. So when I did that, I heard, I said, oh shit, play it off like you meant to do it. And then I do it again on the other side. And usually she gets like turned on when I say, you guys are still looking this shit up. Spade, Jordan, stop.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, anyway, so I rip it and I'm like, And then I was like getting horny about it. So I was like, yeah, let me rip it more. And as I ripped it more, it looked like I kicked a fucking puppy off a bridge. So I was like, oh shit. And I said, what's the problem, man? And she just said, that's what she did with her face. Okay, you're not getting horny from this? Because I am. And then dacrophilia started kicking in because I saw the tears start pulling up in her eyes. I was like, go ahead, let that roll down your cheek. I will stick it right in your ass. Let the tear roll. Let it roll. Let it play a game. So anyway. So she's so sad about it. And all I'm thinking of, fuck, man. You know, like I got to buy another Gucci or Fendi shirt. And she's like sad about it. I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, I said, we'll just get it in multiple colors now. She's like, you can't get it anymore. It's discontinued. Like she talked about it like it was a limited edition shirt or like a 1 in 10 Ferrari, and you just crashed into a pole. I hope she's watching this. Brie, you watching this shit? I don't know if she's watching it. So, what is she doing? She's really not watching this? Oh, no. Really? I wanted to hear this story.
I am watching.
What are you doing? Being grumpy?
No, sir. I'm in a thing. I'm like 3 feet from the phone.
All right. So anyway, I'm thinking that this is a fucking limited edition Fendi Gucci. She gonna hit me up with like an $800 bill, right? So she takes it off, and then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, you know, little spaghetti straps and makes a cross and shit. And then I start pulling it up, and I'm like, this is silly. Let me just look at the tag, you know, like what model is it? I'll flip it over and it says no boundaries. Now, I was a manager at Walmart, so I remember no boundaries being made by Hanes, right? So I say to myself, bitch, this is a $9 shirt. Like, what's the big deal? And she's like, you can't get it anymore. It's discontinued. I said, it's a $9 shirt. I thought this was like a Fendi or a Cartier or a Gucci. Like I thought it was a high-end shirt. Like you had me fooled. I didn't know there was no double G's or double C's for Chanel. So I start looking and I find something similar on find something similar on Walmart and it's $11.98. And I'm like, there you go. There's your shirt. It's all done. But anyway, to the story, the punchline is that now Bree wouldn't tell me that she was sad. The reason why I look forward towards 1 to 4 is because I would mention this story and I would actually hear what really went on in her mind. Like how she wanted, oh, but I forgive you, this bitch. This bitch. I didn't ask for fucking forgiveness, number one. But in front of a camera, though, she would go off. Like, you would see the real side. Because I think the camera, unlike you guys, it gives her confidence. You understand? Like, how you look at a camera and it's kind of intimidating. I have to talk in front of it. And this is the talking point. It's not so much a ripping of the shirt or being sexy. It's more so the principle of it that when she's in front of other people, she feels that she can open up and be crazy. And I don't know many people that are like that. Usually, they're crazy. They're crazy all over the place. They're fucking killing cats in their house. They're dissecting frogs and babies. And then they go out and go do it. It's not someone that's usually crazy out and then inside brings it down. You know what I mean? It's an interesting psyche. But I think that's because she's retarded. But either way, it's, you know. Wait, if you're talking, I don't hear shit that's coming out of your mouth.
Sorry. Isn't it to say that most actors are like that though? Because they're not always talkative, but when you put a camera in front of them, they can act the shit out of whatever they need to act out.
Yeah.
They're also getting paid.
But they're not doing it for the love of the job. Right? We can. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a paycheck involved.
Yeah, you're exactly. You ever seen the movie The End?
Yes.
Okay, they make The End with Seth Rogen, James Franco,
A bunch of people, yeah.
right? But they make a good point in there. Those people, right? Like the black guy Craig from The Office was like, we're actors, you know, like we gotta get paid for what we do. We're not used to this, and it's so true that you would not, you're not doing it for the love of job. You're not doing it because you want to do. Well, yes. It's just that you have one of the highest paid jobs in the world, right?
Right.
Not a CEO. We're saying as a job, like you go to work, you do a set, and then boom, you get 80 grand, 100,
Right.
whatever. There's no other job that's like that. Job,
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
I think initially it is a love for the craft that draws them in, and then once they reach a certain point, then it just becomes all about the paycheck and the next
you don't care.
project.
Like,
Let's pause that. So using that argument, Jorn, would you say that when they're in their very beginning, they're more passionate and better than they are than after 10 years of doing it?
yes.
Yes and no, because in the beginning, you can't say, "I'm not gonna do this project. This sucks."
Oh, you're going to
gotta-
accept that role. You're going to accept
Yeah.
that fucking role.
Exactly. So you will do lesser work, but you will do more. I mean, you will be
Okay,
willing
but the
to do
question is,
more.
do you think that they would put more of their heart into it in the beginning than they would at the end?
Yep.
I would say yes.
I would
There's a
disagree. Look at
caveat.
Jim Carrey's
There's a
movies,
caveat.
Pet Detective, When Nature Calls. Now look at him
Right.
in number 23. Two
Right.
totally
I
different
think-
roles, and his acting in 23 is
It's
unfucking
awesome.
real.
Yeah. I think it's
True.
the
But that's also
passion
because
that
he
they want
wanted
to do
prove
something.
I'm sorry. Two people at one time. You think that we've been doing this for 16 weeks? That
Yeah.
you would understand when to cut yourself off. Go ahead, Jordan. And then Spade, you could talk since this is about.
I said the same exact thing he said.
Okay,
We
then
still have
let
the same
Jordan say
point.
what you said because his microphone sounds better than yours. Go, Jordan.
Yes, you are right, but it came from a different place. He wanted to prove to himself and others that he could do more than just comedy, and that turned into that performance.
Okay, what I want you all to do in here, all of you, and I've never led you wrong. I've never given you directions on what to do. You are required. I saw the other day, Seven came over. We watched a movie. It's in my top 2 movies of all time. Saving Private Ryan or American Psycho are the top 2 for me, right? Great movies, both of them. 2 very different genres. And then this movie falls. I might even put this in number 1. Get ready for this. It's a religious movie, sort of. Not really, but it is. It's called The Pope's Exorcist. And who it has in it is Russell Crowe.
Russell
Let
Crowe,
me
yeah.
tell you, let me look, I'm getting fucking goosebumps right now. Let me tell you something. Wow. Bro, you should have got 40 fucking Oscars for this movie. His accent, the way that he talks, he speaks in Italian and he speaks English with an Italian accent, and then he speaks Latin and Spanish. My man learned 6 fucking languages for this movie. Holy shit. But forget that. Just throw that out the window. Like we could just speak 6 different languages. And he's never spoken any of these prior to this movie. So he learned it for this movie. And there's even like bloopers and cutscenes where he's having conversations. So it's not just that line in those languages. Like, holy shit, bro. But his acting, a 10. There's no flaw at all. A 10. I'd give that movie probably a 9.5. Looking at it on the tomato meter, it's like 31%. You guys have no idea what the fuck you're looking at. None. A fucking 10, bro. The best acting I've ever seen in any movie, period.
But your top 3 is very, very all over the place. Going from Saving Private Ryan to American Psycho to now the Pope's Exorcist.
And then kind of tying up there in the third would be shit. What was that? A horse? Someone got a donkey? Is there a donkey?
Is that Hacksaw Ridge?
Yeah.
Yes, Hacksaw Ridge. I couldn't think of the name. Hacksaw Ridge.
That was a great movie. That was a great movie.
This Pope's Exorcist is better, hands down. Bro, when you watch this movie, in the first fucking 5 minutes, you're gonna be like, okay,
what the fuck?
Because he plays a comedic. It's a true story. He plays a comedic priest, and he's funny in a different language. And if I can believe you that I hate subtitles. If I was the lead, I don't even know if this is the thing. If I was a leader for the Oscars, I don't even know what that's called. The person in charge of running the Oscars, I wouldn't even ask people to vote. I would just put his name down. Best actor, Russell Crowe. And he's fat. You know, he
got
has.
fat now.
So the way I look at this, right? I know we're talking about acting. I don't know what's happening with our stream, but we're running into like a final credits, the real version, instead of the fucked up version. We get more views on this than he does on his. That's got to sting. But
without even trying.
Without even fucking trying, and we're not even putting this shit on YouTube. So that's gotta suck. The when you look at that, you look at Russell Crowe in Gladiator, right? Ripped, great body, bro. Good looking, jacked. What is it, Marcus Aurelius?
Yeah.
You like just great personality, and then like you look at Unhinged, so it's like.
What happened?
Yeah. So what do you? We can't cast you anymore as that good-looking 6-pack ripped dude. We gotta. You gotta. That's gotta suck, right? As an actor, you have to change something about you now, or you have to be such a good actor. We're not looking at your looks anymore. You know what I mean? You gotta. We're gonna put you in as a white trash dude driving a truck. That's fucking crazy because that's what fat white people do, right?
But you have to understand his point now, right? At this point, how old is he now? He's almost 60, right?
Is he?
He's in his 50s. He has to be. Russell Crowe? He's got to be early 50s. 59.
Wait, is he 60 really?
59 years old. So you have to understand, you can't be that cock diesel guy anymore.
But what I was saying is he got to a point, right? He got to a point where he now doesn't rely on his looks. He's got to excel in other fields. He's got to excel. And the reason why I'm getting so excited about this, bro, when you watch his fucking acting in this, the way that he talks, his mannerisms, it's like it's some Latin, Spanish, Italian priest that it just felt so real. And it's like one of those things where you watch a movie, you just got to keep pausing it. You're like, yo, you see this shit? Then you got to press rewind. You see this shit? Yeah. Dude, I want to watch the fucking movie. I get it, but watch this part again. What the fuck do you think I was just doing? No, but you got to watch
it. Let's do it over again.
No, but you got to watch it this time.
But if you're an actor and you love to do what you do, isn't it maybe better to do opposing or such different things that they don't typecast you? Because I can
think
not gonna
imagine
make
if
any
you
that
get
money.
option if you have
typecast,
the
it's
skill.
always the same role over and over and
You're
over
not going to make
again.
money. You're not
What'd you
gonna
say,
make money.
Jordan? I think what you said is what I'm thinking.
I think you have that option if you have the range and the skill.
Okay, see, now I was going to say that I would think that you would want to be typecasted because they have a movie, they have you already in mind, right? Versus non-typecasting.
True.
Give me somebody that is as versatile as Russell Crowe right now. Just give me somebody. Denzel's always played the good guy except for Training Day. Give me a main actor that has played a different set of role. Jim
Leo.
Carrey's another one, but
Leo.
that's only one time. Well, what is it? Adaptation of a Life. That's another one. All right. I just named two, so forget it. You don't have to do it. But most actors do that. They usually are Tom Hanks typecasting, Mel Gibson typecasting.
I was going to say Leo. Leo DiCaprio is.
What's the last fucking movie he did? Titanic? What is the last fucking movie he did?
Once upon a time in Hollywood, I guess.
What is that?
No,
See,
no,
I
he
don't know,
was-
so that doesn't count. Give me something mainstream that he did. Catch a Butterfly?
Shutter Island.
What was it? Catch a Predator? What's the thing? Catch Me If You Can. But
Yeah.
that was after
That was in the
Titanic,
early.
right?
Yeah, that came after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Shutter Island.
Yeah.
The
He was
Departed.
good in Shutter Island. He was good in I'll give him that. He was good in Shutter Island. He was. But everybody knows Leo as the sexy little artist that draws nipples on Titanic. Right? Like, that's what you know Leo for. Right?
He's an
Nobody
artist.
remembers him in Gilbert Grape. Why? Because it was a terrible performance and he was fucking retarded.
But he was like 16 at that point.
But he was
wasn't
retarded, so it didn't matter. And who the
But
fuck
that was his character.
And who the fuck, I get it, but who the fuck names their kid Gilbert? Like, you're asking for torturous growing up life. Oh, look at this is my husband. His name is Gilbert. What do you call him for short, Gilly? What a terrible fucking name. Like, what a terrible name. Like,
Yeah, and if he would do that role right now, he would probably be outcasted. Because
Of
then
course.
that role
You
should
can't
go
play a
to
retard.
You can't go
Yeah.
full retard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's to be typecasted. I don't know, because when you look at Russell Crowe, all right, fine, Gladiator, muscular, very strong men mentality, smells like sawdust and cologne and horse shit, and then you have Unhinged where he smells like beer, 40s, and like old flannel shirts, and then you have the Pope's Exorcist where he smells like holy water and the body of Christ and Vatican City. Right, like these are three extremely different roles, and you played all of them like a fucking champ. You win, sir.
Yeah,
Which
that's kind of
means
my
they can
point. If
cast
he
you in
was
every role that
typecasted-
you want, right?
What is wrong with you guys? Did you forget the etiquette here? If I hear someone talk, you cut. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Go, Matthew and Jordan, you guys live right down the street from each other. Figure how each other works. Go ahead. Go ahead, Matthew. You say you go first, Matthew. Go.
So you could also say that then when you do that and you're talented as Russell Crowe, they thinking of you is not limited to an action movie, or so you have more options than somebody who always plays the good guy, always plays the bad guy.
Yeah, but
always
how many
plays the
people would
muscle-bound.
see those movies where he didn't play? You know what I mean? Like, the Pope's Exorcist wasn't even in movie theaters.
No, it
that's-
was. I'm almost
That's
positive.
true
it was.
for
The first
most
one I saw
movies.
the-
What was nowhere in Florida. I don't know about New York or New Jersey. It was nowhere in Florida. Not available. Go ahead, Jordan. Now you say.
That's true for most movies nowadays. If it's not a blockbuster, it's not getting into.
Oh yeah, that's not a fucking superhero. Now, if he took off his little rhubarb, which is a pie, if he took that off and there was a Superman logo, oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have a Pope Superman. Go ahead, Spade. You wanted to say something? I'm now the moderator. I have to tell.
I didn't. No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, fine. Great.
I agree with you.
Good.
It's just that people need to. The way people are doing it now is you'll get whatever role you can be whatever it is that you get paid for, and then you tell them, listen, after 5 movies, I want to do my passion project, and your passion project turns out to be that movie that puts you into a different role for your next movie.
Do you guys know who James Cameron is?
Yes,
Yes.
director
You sure about that?
James Cameron.
Yeah.
He's a director.
You sure about that? It's a simple question. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Yes. Because he's in the final credits, right?
James Cameron. What?
What?
James Cameron is a director for
Yes,
Hollywood.
he's in the final credits, right? That's how you know he's the director. It's rolling credits at the end of the movie. James
Even in the
Cameron.
beginning of the movie, he's in plenty of movies.
It's like talking to a soup can.
Oh, you're saying because of his popularity? Yes. Okay. All right. I get it.
Thanks for getting what I'm saying. But do you know what?
We can cut this out, right?
We can. Yes, well, I will edit this later. Do you know what he was before he was a director?
No, I've never looked him up like that to see what.
A scuba diver.
Oh, was he really?
Yes.
That explains a lot. It explains why he did
And
Titanic and
instructor,
why
right?
he's.
Yeah, he was the first one to visit the Titanic. In his,
Right. That's why they also interviewed him for when the sub went down.
Right. But a lot of people don't know that about him because they only know like the Gerard Butler in a coffee shop. Nobody knows about that.
Right.
What's current, right? So I found this interesting because James Cameron, we're going to change up the topic because, well, you guys suck with movie talk, especially you, Spade, since you do it all the time. I think you'd be amazing at it. But I guess maybe because we're not filming for 2 hours and everybody has the 2-minute streak where they can talk about absolutely nothing and make a shitty video with that ugly fucking person. Anyway, so he should never get president either. He is hideous. Just roll with just the 3 of you. Just make it like a triangle, like a trifecta, triple the opinions. Get rid of that piece of shit. I every time we talk about it, just makes me angry because he's so ugly. I don't know why Jesus would create somebody so hideous that nobody wants to look at or love. Okay, now let's talk about Titanic then, real quick. So if we let's talk about Titanic. I think this is a good conversation because this shit's been going on for it's already
100
been a month.
years.
It's already been a month. You guys know that? It's been a month already.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Right?
That was a quick month. I
feel like it was the last week. So, obviously, James Cameron saying, you know what they did wrong, right? They didn't listen to me. They didn't do that. Just shut up, bro. It was like, sit the fuck down.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
Oddly enough, right when he built his submersible to go down, he didn't do it with people. He did it for the purpose of discovery and whatever, to make the movie, direct the movie, use clips from that for the movie. But he spent $20-something million on just to go down there once. Obviously, it went down multiple times, but still. So you take a bunch of people that own Ocean Gate. What a terrible name, by the way, right? You can't put gate at the end of your shit, have some shit blow up, and not expect the gate to be open.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
The Ocean Gate, right? Like you don't even have to say it. Just say the Ocean Gate conspiracy. So you look at that and you have all those people with all that money, and every seat that was there was $250,000. So I try to do the math. I said, okay, you got 5 people that go to this one. How much money is that? 1.25, right? Okay, great. And you did how many trips? 25. Okay. So in theory, you could have built a better one, right? Like you.
But if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? That's what their mentality was.
That's fine.
A lot of trips got aborted halfway.
Yes, a lot. What? 19 out of 20 or something? Okay, but either way, they paid. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have that money now. And that's not including the money of the shareholders. That's the money from the people that paid to go on it.
Right. The investors still put money in. God knows how much money they put in.
That's what I'm saying. So why not build?
Why was it made with duct tape?
Well, profit. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, but do you know they still have their new tour coming up in 2024, and you could sign up for that now.
Yeah,
I think
they have,
they're
I'm
gonna
sure
have
everyone's
a lot of
lining
open
up.
spots.
I bet you people go to it.
they have another
People are
dive spot,
lining up.
right? Caribbean or something.
I don't know. I just don't understand how you can have that kind of failure rate. And then be like, oh, by the way, 2 days later, we're doing another one in 2024.
Yeah, but then again, Jay, you get what you pay for, right? Like Cameron did say, there's multiple companies that actually provide this kind of service to people, and this is the cheapest one. So there you go.
Yeah, but Cameron's cocky, okay? I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
get
why I like him.
you get to be that way though, right? You can be that way because is it really cocky? No.
He has 4 of the top 5 movies in
Right.
blockbuster history.
I-
He can
No,
do
not
whatever
only
he wants.
that, he's done multiple dives. My
It's-
submarine.
yeah,
is
not
still
even
floating.
forget the director. Forget the director. My man's got talent in going underwater. Like that's what he did before he directed. So forget the director part. Go with just his skill set. And
Oh no. Because the owner of the Ocean Open Gate company, he was very woke, and he
Was he?
liked to hire. Yeah, he was woke because he liked to do diversity hires instead of the old 50-year-old submariner dude who knows what to do with stuff and who knows how to put in the window, and it has to be this thick and not this thick. No, he didn't like those because
I want the
that
black
they
kid
all-
that just graduated out of school
Yep,
or the
Yep,
Mexican
yep,
kid.
exactly. Yeah,
So he did diversity instead of experience,
Yep.
which is bad because now you have a failed product.
He was trying to go.
What's
for the
even worse, go to
50%.
the website right now. You can sign, like right now, you can go sign up for the 2024 tour. Who the fuck is going to go do that? Who's going to say, you know what?
The price go down though, or is it still expensive?
It's
Like,
175.
Still 250.
Oh, it's, oh, it's
Discount.
a
Discount.
discount now.
you think it'd be higher? You think because we got to make, but you can't sue them. That's the thing, man. When you got an ironclad document, you can sue them, but you just ain't gonna win. You're just gonna waste money because all I'm gonna do is put that 500 fucking page contract in front of your lawyer. Good luck finding a hole. Good luck. I mean, you sign a line that says, "If I die, no one is held accountable." That is pretty fucking. That's not even vague. That's just. You die. That's it. That's a wrap. Okay. Initial here. Have you guys seen the contract?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm looking at the website right now, and I didn't even know he does 4 different types of excursions.
I thought it was 3. I guess
He
they
goes-
added
he
one
goes
because
4
they lost the
expeditions.
submarine.
They go to the Titanic,
The
Azores,
the-
Bahamas, and Bespoke.
Yeah, Azores, Portugal. I knew that one. I knew the
Yeah.
Caribbean, and I knew what's the other one? You said the Expos.
The implosion course.
Oh, we're gonna take you on a mock-up of the one that happened.
Yeah,
Nice.
The death capsule.
That's extra money.
that's recycling.
it's a special sub where you can feel the walls coming into you.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
You can experience.
That's why it's
you can
cheaper.
experience-
I tell you what, you do then. Don't even bother going underwater, right? Just fill up a room in a random warehouse with water and drop one in there and just make it really pressurized.
Yeah.
At least
if
then
you
you
look
can
at-
recover shit.
Yeah,
No.
Just hire 5 dudes to bang with sledgehammers on the side of it. Ooh, this is scary.
There's no window.
Put TVs all around, one big screen everywhere, and they
But
just
like you brag about it, we haven't talked about this, but you brag about that it's a cheap controller and he throws it around. I wouldn't do that. Like we got this switch from Harbor Freight. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
and if you look at the pictures of the sub, and you look closely, it looks like on the frame and in the back end, they've added on stuff as an afterthought with tie rips and it looks rigged.
jerry rig.
Yeah, cheap.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how you're still making shit, but it's one of those things where our government can't regulate that. Because if I'm in international waters, I don't care what you say, America.
Well, it's not only that they signed a contract saying that they're not liable, right?
Right?
So
You're on your own accord. That's like
That's
saying
it.
I can't go in a raft in the water.
But
Says who?
essentially, it's the same thing, right? If you think about it, like cheap airline companies, you get what you pay for. I mean, you do know in the back of your mind you're increasing your risk. If there's 5 companies that's doing this, and this is the cheapest one, you think you're gonna get the best bang for your buck with this one?
Yeah, but you would think that the people that are spending the money are expecting the best because they're spending $250,000 to go down into the submersible.
Not if they looked at the other companies and saw that this one.
But
is
there
the
are
cheapest.
no other companies.
There are a couple that do it.
The Titanic? There's
No, not maybe the Titanic. But
no,
there's
yeah, there's the Russian one, then there's the Indian one, or
yeah.
yeah, I think it's Russia and India. They both have submersibles that could go that deep, but none of them are like, let's go visit the Titanic. Look, that's sunk, okay? Great. What's next? We got somebody that free dives down there? That's next? Guy makes it 500 feet deep and implodes.
Wow.
But I guess,
no
I
refund.
guess this is it, right? You can't go. We could go to outer space, but we can't figure out how to fuck to get into the ocean floor. And you threw all the money at it.
But isn't it the same thing though? Like the pressure in space and the pressure in the ocean is very
No, I think-
similar,
I
even
think
though
it's
one is
higher.
Pressure in space? Are you kidding me? There is no pressure in space.
Yeah,
Right.
it's pressureless. So
Oh,
the
pressureless.
atmospheric pressure down there is like 100 or 150. Yeah, you. Yeah.
Then again, what's the real experience? What are you paying for? I didn't get that.
Ooh, I got to saw something that sunk 100 years ago. That's all it
Then
is.
go take a fucking picture. Watch Titanic.
There
You'll
you
see real clips.
That's the only thing.
Like I look at a screensaver and I'm like, the first thing that comes to my mind is, ooh, I want to go there and drink a margarita on the beach. Meanwhile, there's like 8 people kidnapped with guns to the back of their head in the middle to take that picture. I'm okay, man. I'm gonna enjoy this. Put on a VR headset and I'm right there with you. Put the heat on.
That's it.
Easy.
Turn on a fan so you can get some breeze.
Get a little
Put on
breeze.
a big
and then
ass light.
most fans
on top.
now even got the breeze setting. You hit that, it just speeds up and then it sucks it back. It's like, ooh, you know, you don't have to leave your
Might
living
go
room.
somewhere.
That's why I tell you that Apple VR headset's gonna be badass. You having a bad day, just put that shit on, turn the heat up. You're on the beach, bro. Get some crabs to, I don't know, let crabs loose in your house. Let them diddle on your jams. Yeah.
Just put your feet in a bucket of water and put on the Titanic, and you're in the Titanic.
That's
you don't
it?
even have to pay $250,000.
It's fucking crazy, man.
And you
And
can do
the
that for
risk of you imploding while wearing a VR is 0%. 0.
I just find that so fascinating. You have all these people spending money, and you are literally in a cupcake wrapper going to the Titanic.
But I could see it from one point of view. If you're like an historian and you're in love with the time period, you just want to know everything there is to know about the Titanic. This is basically on your bucket list and you want to experience it. But this isn't like a tourist thing. Why would I want to see the Titanic? I have nothing with it.
Right.
The only thing I can see
Why
is
not go
bragging
further
rights.
than that? Why not go further than that? Why not take Bezos or even Elon Musk, okay, or Zuckerberg, since he's getting into the tech game? Why not him copying Twitter? Threads, right? Oh, that's got to be a topic we're going to talk about. So why not any of them that have all this money? Why not build some actual submarines, not submersibles, that go?
Well,
You
because
have
Musk
money
wants
There's
to go.
more.
Musk wants to go to space. He doesn't care about the water.
I get
That's
that.
why he needs
But if
SpaceX.
you got people, listen to me. If you got 100 people that go on a submarine, because submarine and submersible are 2 different things. Submarine can take off by itself, port by itself. Submersible has to be deployed from a ship, a mothership. Okay, so why not make a submarine and charge $75,000 a seat and put 100 people in there? take the trip, bring it back up. You just got $750,000. Go again, $750,000. Go again. More people are going to be able to pay $75,000 than $225,000. What's the problem?
Yeah, I think
It
that
may be-
the motivation is different with Elon.
But
I
it
think
may
he's
be
really
harder.
only invested in one thing. He really wants to leave this planet as fast
It
as
may-
possible.
It's true.
It
He's
may
not
be
wrong.
harder to get to the bottom of the ocean than to get into space.
I
Yeah.
understand that, but the amount of money that you can make with each deployment versus making some piece of shit for whatever he said it cost to make, 2.6 million or whatever.
There's no way that cost 2.6 million. Like,
It's in the video with the controller, 2.6 million or something, or
no, I know. I saw that video too. But I'm just saying, like, the amount of money that he spent on that, he could have got something a lot better.
I don't know. Cameron's was even more expensive, right? Wasn't it 12?
it looked like a fish too, like the bubble front with the look cooler, a little tighter, but still look cooler.
That's only one person, right?
3, right? There was the 2 pilots and the cameraman and him, right? So
Also 4 people.
yeah, 4 people, but it wasn't for see how much. Well, I guess it was for let's see how much money we could make for this. We're gonna make a movie, so.
Right.
I guess that was in hindsight, Yeah, I just going in outer space. What are you gonna do? Go live on Mars? Because that's realistic.
I mean, it's doable.
For what? Fix what's here.
Well, I don't see the difference, Jay, between the two. It's the same thing. Like those people that paid 250 wanted to be the ones. Like I'm the first private person that saw the Titanic in a shitty submarine, and it's gonna be the same people going up to Mars. I'm gonna be the first idiot to do it and live on Mars and die in the.
You
first
really
one.
think we could go live in outer space? Like you
Yeah.
truly believe that in 200 years from now, you think we're gonna be living on a different planet?
Yeah.
No, not we as a species, a select few. Yeah, sure.
We can't grow anything out in outer space. How are you going to sustain? You would need to have once
Yeah,
a week
ship it
or
with
once a
Amazon.
month, whatever. You have to have a spaceship come from here to go to your planet over there to drop off food. What are you going to grow?
No.
You can't grow
No.
anything.
You can grow stuff in space.
Okay.
You can grow poop potatoes.
I've seen The Martian. Yeah. Okay. But it,
It's
No, it
real.
would
Let
be
me
one-
let me take a side note. Let's stay on that Mars thing. Let me take a side note to comment on someone in the chat. It was very easy for you to modify my math or do my math and tell me I'm not a good mather or good mathing. That's not good vernacular, by the way. Mathing is not the correct word. So if you want to try to be a math Nazi, use the correct vernacular if you're going to try to correct me. It's also easier for you to sit there and type inside of chat and do my math. You can come on this. I could send you a link right now. You could come on here and try to fit in and do improv with us. And then
Ooh.
pick apart all the fucked up shit you do. Does that sound funny? Unremarkably unfunny? Because I think that's hilarious. It doesn't bother me, but the chat doesn't like you. And I have no problem kicking someone that doesn't give me any money, don't subscribe to this channel, and just comes in here just to fucking chat. You are nothing to me. You are like scum, dirt, slime, shit, garbage, trash, toxic. How many other words you need? Until you could turn on your fucking camera, come on here, and you could talk with us, sit down, shut the fuck up and listen. Or get the fuck out and just bow out. That's all. That's my word on that. Back to the Mars. You think we could go to Mars?
Yep.
Try me. Try me. Unremarkably unfunny. Matter of fact, you don't need to try me. I got you right now. It's so easy for me. Bye, bitch. Okay, so Mars. You can message me or email me, jhayes at iCloud if you want the link. And you could come on and show your fucking camera and then we'll port you in. So go ahead. Go to Mars. Go to Mars. You really think we could live up there? For what?
Yep.
We can't fix the problems here. Why would we go to a different planet? To
destroy that too.
Yeah,
No,
To
to
leave the
destroy
shit
that
here
also.
behind.
one at a
You
time.
fucked up
Fix
this
the
planet
chain.
so you can leave.
Go! It's as if you're gonna. You guys are killing me. If one of you are going to, if one of you, I feel like we should not have to talk about etiquette. Good mathing, this fucking guy. Good math skills, bro, would be better. Good mathing?
That was shorthand. He was trying to make it quick. So
Shorthand for I have no idea. And then I love this excuse. I'm not English. English not my native language. Okay. All right, bro. All right, moving on. So let me tell you the etiquette. If someone talks and then the other person stops, then you go. You understand? It's like a conversation. You're not sitting in front of somebody talking, and you guys are just looking at each other. You just go. So go ahead. It's like you got to know when to cut it off. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to go to space, guys. We're going to space. Why are we going to space? So we could destroy space just like we're destroying everything here?
Okay,
There's no
why
difference.
are we going to the bottom of the sea?
Because
That's
at
right
least
next to us.
okay, but that's more valid though. Because if you're going
Yeah.
to the bottom of the sea, you want to see history. There's no history on Mars.
True, Jay, but you've seen it once. What's the point of taking every single
No,
person
we haven't
on this
seen
planet
it
for a trip?
once. No, you're wrong.
We've
Because
seen a movie. What more do you need? What,
Of
why
Mars?
would you want to go? No,
No,
not
we're
on
talking
Mars.
about
We're
deep
talking about the
space, deep sea.
submarine. Why
Right.
would you want to go to the bottom of the sea
Okay,
space?
so think about this. Right? The depths of the ocean are so low, and there have been so many things that have gone down that maybe we find out something that we don't know about. Okay, going into
Same for Mars.
space, and what?
Same for Mars.
No, going into space
Yeah.
is a whole other story. This is like bring it to political. This is like saying the government here is going to donate money to another country so they can fund their things. No, do it here and go down as far as you can go, so we can see what we have over here. Forget about going
Or
into
what
space.
has happened. Or what has happened
Right.
over here.
Right.
In
Yes.
Mars, we can agree on this. There's never been human beings that have lived on Mars. We can agree on this.
True.
Okay.
100%.
We know
Then
it.
we don't need to go there.
I agree.
No. But that depends what your motivation is, Jay. That we don't know yet if there's any useful resources. It doesn't need to be other people.
Who gives
or
a
anything like
shit
that.
if there's good resources? We have resources here.
Well,
No.
not great ones.
We've
That-
managed to live here, okay, since Jesus Christ was here.
True.
So regardless whether there's good resources, we seem to be doing all right.
For 2,000 years.
True.
But
For now.
More than that, but
the problem is
Okay, but
that
let's say
for a species to be able to survive long term, you have to get out of your off of your planet and colonize other stuff, because we're all living on the same little ball. One wrong comet hits, or comet that's too big hits the Earth, and we're all done for.
you don't think
End
we
of
have the
the
fucking
species.
technology like Armageddon or Deep Impact to explode a comet? Really? Really?
lasers.
Bro, okay.
Come on.
No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
now just
We do not.
trying out the tractor theory. So Armageddon, nope. And it would be a bad idea to splinter a comet, depending on what it's made of. So you get
You're a bad idea to be on this panel right now. The idea that a fucking comet is going to destroy Earth, so let's move to Mars. And what happens when you don't have that technology to destroy a comet that's coming to Mars now? What do we just go to fucking Pluto? Well,
No,
there's another
no,
comet.
but-
Let's go to Uranus.
But
the chances
if you
of
think about it,
survival
Jay,
get bigger.
Jordan, Matthew, you spoke. I'm tired of your voice. Jordan, go.
I think I was gonna say the exact same thing as Matthew. If you look at human beings in the beginning, we've always been traveling around. To survive, we need to expand, and if that area is not good enough, I'm not saying it's right now. I'm not saying that. I'm not displaying some kind of doom scenario. But eventually, there will be a point that maybe the Earth won't be sustainable, and then you need other options. I'm
Why
not
would it
saying this-
not be sustainable?
You don't know that. You don't
You-
know that. There's
you don't know that.
No, but there were places on Earth that were uninhabitable and are now habitable, and vice versa. So you don't know how this planet is gonna look in, let's say, 200 years. It's not our problem, but if you have the technology to do it, you should push it. I'm also for it to explore like the bottom of the sea. Everything should be pushed forward. If you're not pushing forward, you're standing still, and as a species, you will cease to exist.
So when we build this place on Mars and a meteor hits one of the glasses and breaks it and everybody gets sucked out, we all die, right?
Yeah, but you're
I'm
talking
just
about a
looking for-
civilization. I'm thinking not even simpler. Spade, what if on that planet, for some reason, there's something that would improve our batteries over here tenfold in capacity? That's just something small. That would
Okay, that's
just
not what you
take-
said though. That's not you talking about going there in 200 years and creating and because
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
have
you
to
would
move
still
forward.
need a colony of workers. To get
Why?
that. Because, well, who's going to get the materials out of the ground?
Why can't we look? I think we all can agree here that a lot of the good shit is man-made anyway, right? Even medicine, they're man-made. They're chemicals. You're telling me that you can't come up with a new way to make a battery like they're already doing with graphene? You're telling me that
Yeah,
they
but
can't find those resources here and make those resources?
Sure, but we're bound with the materials we have. If we find something unique,
You're
up
not
there that
bound.
we
Then,
don't
then you
have.
have no innovation. You have no inventions. To say that we're only limited to what's in front of us, you're only limited to your mind. You shouldn't have to go out and go look at using your argument, Jordan, is absolutely ridiculous. You have people on the planet right now, that are coming up with inventions that were not able to be created before with resources that they have in front of them. Why the fuck do you have to go to a different planet to do it? Get some geniuses together and then figure that out.
Right?
No,
Go,
I agree.
go, Matthew.
no, because let's say for the technology to work, you need a specific metal, and there's only in the entire world there is only 11 kilos of it. That's gonna run out.
But then you
And
have
then-
chemicals where man makes that.
No,
A lot of the
you-
shit that we have today, carbon fiber, that's man-made, right? Like,
Right.
yeah, but it still needs resource. It's basic stuff to make the carbon fiber, and if it's plentiful, okay. But there are certain metals and certain that are very very limited of the amount that are on the earth. So if you need that particular metal or material, you're gonna run out of it.
Okay,
pretty
first
quickly
off,
if you make something.
using your argument. So I want you to listen to what you're saying. We have the technology, yeah? Or could these companies have this technology to fly to the moon or whatever, rocket to the moon, whatever the fuck. So they have the metal, okay? And they have the aerospace to get there. What other metal do you need? If you never have access to this metal, then how do you know
You
you
know
need
about it.
metal?
Yeah, but I mean, and the ground principle is the same, right? You're motivated by innovation. That's
You
why would
think
go
that-
to
hold on.
another planet.
Let's go backwards. Stop for a second. So you two, right? You two think that we're going to Mars to make money. That's what you're getting. For inventions
Yeah.
to make.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I believe they're going to the moon because they're fed up about what's happening here, so they want to fucking go live there. That's what they want
That
to
could
do.
also be it.
Like take that same mindset of Bezos, Musk, and it's the same mindset as the people that go down to the Titanic. They want to do
I
shit
agree.
that other people cannot do, so we're gonna go fucking do it. How did that work out?
Well, they could be in history, so they could be. In
How did that
history
work out for
right
you?
away.
You're in history.
Well,
Yep. You're also imploded in a submersible.
I
So
don't think you're gonna be a page in history, let alone a
no,
footnote.
you're gonna be forgotten in about a fucking year. Until it happens again, and then they're gonna reflect back to that one time. I just can't see the argument of going to outer space to fix a problem that does not exist. That's like America giving, I don't know, a place in South America money to find a fish in a fucking river. That doesn't help anybody. That might help those people find the fish, great. But how does that help us? Scratch my back, I scratch yours. Instead of worrying about worry about how you could speed up your Amazon shipping in certain parts of the United States. Like, worry about that, right? Worry about your servers. You can't run. Okay, what are we gonna do? Create a fiber network to Mars? How you gonna run internet out there, bro? How you gonna do it? How you gonna do it? You gonna build the infrastructure in the planet?
wirelessly.
Wirelessly. Oh, that radiation you putting out, you get cancer on the way to Mars. But don't worry, we got the cure there. You just eat the dirt. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. You guys got to wake the fuck up, bro.
I think
Oh, jeez.
every invention has been motivated by curiosity. I think if we could find something there, even if it's some kind of new energy.
And what if that thing that you bring from Mars is what was the demise of Mars to begin with? You bring some shit here because you're like, ooh, this is a nice bug.
Kind of.
It looks so cool. It's dead, and you bring it to American Oxygen, and it wakes up and it eats everybody.
But that's not only if you go to outer space, right? That's always a problem.
Yeah.
No, that's always a problem. If you go to a foreign country and there's some kind of bug that you're not used to, you go there, you die from the bug.
Okay,
or somebody
fair
brings
enough,
the bug.
fair enough.
So it's
Okay,
and
sure enough. But you choose to go to this country, yes? But you choose to go there, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you have a say of whether or not you want to go to China, yeah?
Yeah, but if that
I don't have a
Chinese
say if you go to
person
Mars and
comes
bring back
here,
this
you have
fucking
no
bug,
say
though,
about
bro.
it, right?
Right, but I don't have a say in the bug. You're missing the principle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So if
If
the
I
bug
go to
gets,
China, I get the woo-woo virus, right? Ah! I'm gonna die. I can't taste. I can't breathe. Okay? Okay, I made that decision. I bought the ticket. Now, if you go to Mars and you bring back a bug, I can't be like, Matthew, stop that. Get that bug out of my face. You already brought it here. I have no control of this. You have bugs on your spaceship.
but that's the same argument that if the Chinese person slaps a sticker on something, puts it in the mail, and the bug is in the post package.
Then don't buy anything from China. See how you
No,
can
but-
still stop that?
But if your neighbor buys it, you're not gonna
did it.
stop it.
But if my neighbor buys it, I'm not gonna be his house to get ate by the bug.
He's right, though.
Look, you can argue this. It's your choice, bro. It should be our choice as the people. Say, hey, listen, you want to go to Mars? That's fine. Fucking stay. Like, don't bring whatever
That's
you
the
get.
plan.
I've watched way too many movies to see some shit attached to like one of your wings, and you hit the atmosphere, and then it like populates all of New Jersey, and now you got these. You ever seen Twilight Zone, the movie with the thing on the wing?
Yeah.
Monster,
Yeah.
that's all I think of. You bringing these fucking hooligans back with you. Don't bring this shit here. Stay there.
I don't
But
think it's
the,
going to be a problem.
You're
Like,
right
the
about
first
that.
people
because
that are going to travel
current
to there are
technology-
going to die there.
Current technology, you're not coming back if you do a manned mission to Mars. Saying if you land and make a base camp on Mars, the chances of you
So
getting
we
back.
can
Haven't they
go,
gone
but not
or
come
no?
back.
Have they gone?
No.
No, not yet.
But Bezos wants to go with his brother, right? They want to fly over there and just go fucking hang out on Mountain A or whatever. Look, we made
They're
it.
gonna
We're
stay
streaming
there,
it live.
yeah.
The extent
know.
some people go to not pay alimony is insane.
You know, it'd be easier and cheaper to figure out how to go down to the bottom of the water instead of figuring out that we could go to a planet but we can't come back. At least in the bottom of the ocean, if you stay there, you know, you can float to the top eventually.
Yeah, but you're
You
still
can't
on a
just
planet.
fly back from Mars.
No, Crossbow, you're not getting it. He said, then don't go to the person's house that went to Mars. You're not getting it. I'm not going to go to his house, but he's going to fly over Florida and land in Florida. So whatever is on his spaceship, when he goes over my house, is going to jump on my roof. I don't have authority there. Like, I can't shoot shit that's flying out of the sky, right? It's different. It's one thing if you get a little envelope, you open up. Ah, no, anthrax. I'm not going to your house because I know I'm going to die. I'm not worried about an anthrax contamination on the whole street, right? They're going to burn your fucking house down. If you fly to Mars, you go over my house, those stupid fucking mites, and they jump on my house, and now I got Mars crabs, there's no cure. There's no cure. They're like necrotitis fasciitis. They're like flesh eating, and they only eat crotches.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe in that scenario, the cockroaches actually prove themselves useful.
Yes. Yeah, fine. Now you can
Hey.
battle the mites from Mars. That sounds like a great movie, by the way.
Very good movie. I will watch it.
Mites from Mars. Yeah,
Mites from Mars.
Pieces
that's a good
cockroaches
movie.
in Florida.
We need another
James
M.
Cameron directed.
Mighty Might from Mars.
No, it's not. Crossbow, you want to come on the stream? It's not the same thing as COVID because you know what? I got it 4 times and I went out and I just kept doing it. I wasn't scared of that shit, right? So the argument that it's COVID, no, man, that's a bad example because, again, I could not control that. So what I did to control that was stay home, stay in the business, and I got it less. But I still got it because people left their house. If they got sick and stayed in their house, nobody would have got it.
True.
That if everybody minded their own fucking business and just do what you do and just stay home, we have no problems. There'd be
We
nobody.
also
hurt.
have no inventions or innovations.
Why not? You hadn't. You keep using the argument that you need external sources for inventions. Why?
Sure, you wouldn't have found oil if you'd stayed in like a shed.
That's not
and
an
go-
invention, bro. That's not
It's
an
not
invention.
an invention, but you need resources. So resource you have.
What do
to
they do
find.
before oil, Dickie?
Horses? Probably.
And that
To
seemed to
move
work
themselves.
fine, yeah?
Yeah, but they also found the horses, right? The horses didn't came up to the people. Hey, you want to ride me?
But that's not an invention. You didn't create
No,
anything.
no, but you have to. No. My point is, you have to move around to find stuff, right? If you stick on one point,
We
things
haven't
aren't
even
gonna-
discovered what 60% of this planet. 60%.
Right.
Oh, I agree.
That's a
Right.
lot.
We're talking about above land. We're not even talking about in the water. We're just we're talking about like you can fly over and go see. There's parts of Alaska that are undiscovered. Why? Someone don't have a drone. Someone don't just fly some shit and just map it out. This is Island 7.
Look at Antarctica. We've only discovered what 10% of Antarctica.
That's what I don't understand. But you're worried about what's out there. On your way back, take
Right.
some pictures. What is this big piece of land right here? That's not on a globe. What is this?
We got to check
Go
that
there.
out. It might have something we need.
Drop your fucking mites from Mars over there on that fucking thing.
Unless I'm gonna mess this panel up.
Go.
Unless the very wealthy, let's go conspiracy, right? Unless the very wealthy already know this planet is doomed and they don't care,
Nah,
and they're
nah.
looking for a way out.
no, because they would have found a way to monetize what it is that they found, and they would have used it to make more money somehow in some way. Because that's what the rich do. The rich only do things so they can line up their pockets even more.
But
That's
they're
the only
already
reason why.
doing that.
I think it's a bit of a
Already.
far fetch to think that they think that it's.
But they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't
But
know.
they're
They don't
already
know
doing
more than
that.
what we know.
They're
Maybe they know
already-
somebody who did go over there and said saw a couple of things that are not, posted in the news or whatnot. But other than that, they know just as much as we do.
Okay, but they're already doing.
No.
You really think the rich people know more than us
Yeah.
about
I'm saying that
the jungles
you
of
said
whatever?
monetize. Okay, nothing has changed. You just had 2 years of COVID. Everything essentially has become 10 to 30% more expensive. Do you really think that the production cost of like fruits and vegetables has gone up? Soil has become more expensive? Pesticides has become more expensive? No, it just went up,
Right.
and it went up
It-
during the crisis, but it hasn't gone
I don't think
gone
there'll ever be a point that the Earth, as we know it, will ever run out of resources. Because any resource that we run out of, we replace that with another source of energy or source of material. Or look at oil to electric. As much as I hate electric cars, you go from oil to electric, even though it's backwards. You look at anything, whether it's food. Okay, we don't have this food, so we replace that with another. So I don't think there'll ever be a point, even in 10,000 years, there'll ever be a point where we truly run out of resources. So going to another planet to find resources that we don't even know if they're there. Look, if you're a millionaire and you want to do that because you want to be remembered,
That's on you.
I agree with
Yeah.
you, Jay. But in that same timeline that you just draw, is humanity has always been pushed by improving. Like if there's a brick wall eventually into the resources we can find on this planet, we're gonna push forward. We need to improve. You see that with technology. You see that with everything. So if eventually we do map out this entire planet and it is what it is, I hate that so much. But we can't find anything special, and we need to push forward. Resources wise, it can be because we have a lack of energy and we need something else or more powerful, anything like that. Or
okay, so then you've seen Red Planet, right? Val Kilmer.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, you remember Amy, the robot,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
robot, the robot that they lose, and she goes fucking psychopath and wants to kill everything. Okay, so why not take your ship? Okay, so if we're here on land and we want to drill a hole to the center of the earth like they did in Russia, and they made it halfway or not even, and they were just like, okay, this machine isn't working anymore. We don't know how much. We're 2.5 miles in and we're not getting anywhere. So you're safe while you do that, and you run the risk of destroying the machine. Okay, fine. Now, all these people with all this money make a robot that I don't know how satellites, you communicate with said robot and let that walk all over Mars.
Well, they did that with the rover, didn't they?
No,
Didn't they have
I'm
the
talking
rover?
about like more AI-ish. Like
Oh,
an
okay.
actual, like send 10 of them over there and try to create a colony of 10 robots.
That is the most logical way to go about it, because you send the robots in advance to create
Sure.
domiciles or safe places
Sure.
for the humans to be able to go there. So that would be the most logical thing to do.
But no,
Right.
instead we want to go there and fly there and see what's up firsthand.
I think that's more.
You
on
think
the
they're
rich
gonna?
one.
They might look at the ocean game and be like, wait a minute, I don't think we threw enough of money at this. I think
Well-
we need to get rid of the carbon fiber that's everywhere in there. Just replace
Tinfoil.
the carbon fiber with something else, polymer. I don't know.
But see, it's always been man's dream to go to the outside. Like, no matter how you look at it in history, everyone has always looked up to the sky and said, "I want to see what's behind that, what's above that, what's further down." Nobody
I
really cares
don't.
about what's happening over here.
I
I don't
don't.
understand that.
I
No,
don't.
but-
I can't even
I
see
do too.
500 feet in front of me, and I want to know what's 500 feet out. The last thing I got is goals to look past the clouds and be like, so I could be
Not
sitting on
even-
Venus right now.
Not even the stars. You can go more basic. Why did Columbus leave his country?
Because
Why
he
did
was looking for-
explorers want to explore if there was something beyond the country
Right.
or the place they
It
know?
was also
So that's
offered a lot of
basic
money
instinct.
to do it.
Right,
How
but
the
we still
Italian
have places here to
celebrate
find.
Columbus Day when Christopher Columbus wasn't even Italian. Anyway.
Whoops.
It was Spanish,
Oops.
Don't
right?
tell that to the
Yeah,
Italians.
he's
Don't
a
tell that to the
Spaniard.
Italians.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's all the same. It's
We
all the
fucked
bippity
up.
boppities.
It sounds the same, Italian and Spanish. No, it don't. Yeah, I can't see the purpose of going there, going to the fucking planet to do what? We're taking people to Mars, and then what? After 20, how long would it take to get there? Go ahead, Matthew. You've been doing your research. You're looking to go to Mars. How long
8
would it
months?
take? 8 months. I gotta sit on a
that's a
plane.
long
Yeah, I think the long trip is 6 to 8 months or something. You
So I
have
gotta
to
sit
wait
on an
until
Ocean Gate capsule for 8 months and poop behind a curtain so I could go to Mars to not be able to breathe. Sounds like a
I
Great
think
Then I have to wear a spacesuit.
to put you to
Ah!
sleep.
You better hope that shit don't implode. Well, it would actually explode, and then you just
Yeah.
be floating in outer space until you ran out of oxygen.
It's like,
So,
come
but
on.
realistically, nobody on this panel, not saying to another planet, but if in time, over time, if it becomes as safe as just taking a plane ride, you would never go in the atmosphere and want to watch the planet from a different point of view?
Oh, I mean, if it becomes something that's not 8 months long, then yes.
No,
Bro, if you
I'm
told
not
me I
saying
could take
to
a
different
weekend
planet.
trip, if you told me in 6 hours we could take you to some landing pad in Florida, we take off, we look at the Earth, we watch it spin, we land back.
Yeah.
I'll just tune into the
That's
NASA live feed satellite and just watch that, and it's the same shit. I do it from my house.
Yeah, but that's possible. That's what Elon already did with wealthy people, right?
Wait, what? What happened? What you say?
There were already people going up for a couple of hours and coming back down. So
Okay, but
We've already done that.
Dawn just asked me if I want to go up there and go watch the Earth spin.
Yeah.
I find it'd be
Yeah,
better
there's
if I
no-
wipe my ass after I'm done shitting and it's only one wipe and it's clean. That's more exhilarating to me than going up and
Think
watching
of all the
Earth
paper you
spin.
save. Think of all the paper you save by one wipe.
I would want that experience.
That would be
if it
saving
was possible.
resources.
What'd you say, John? You don't want that
I would
experience?
want that if it was possible. I would want that.
Why?
Experience, yeah. Not to brag or something. It's just an experience.
Okay, so the same argument can be said for the people with Titanic. They want the experience of seeing the ship down there.
Mm-hmm. I
Yes.
wouldn't have gone with the cheapest one, but yeah, sure. If I saw the controller and
Do
all
you
that
not
stuff, I wouldn't
enjoy
get
your
it.
life enough to where you're not worried about? I think you need to get to Florida, bro. We need to get you the fuck out of there, man. You don't need to go to experience. You have to enjoy what's in front of you, not what can be had. Enjoy the small shit. Enjoy your wife. Watch a movie with a finger of pussy. Have her suck your dick.
Done
I'm not
it.
trying to be
Done
funny.
it.
Have dinner with her. Enjoy the things that are in front of you, not the things that you don't have. Don't worry about why this person's doing that because they got this, or you want this because
Oh, I'm
they
not
have
jealous.
that. I'm not saying I didn't say jealous. You said that. I'm not saying jealous.
There's not many things that I really want out of life, but I think it would be something special. That would be incredibly special. Every time I fly, I'm still the weirdo that's hanging next to the window of the plane. Like, Jesus Christ, this is actually cool that we can do this. It sounds stupid, but seeing
It's
like the landmass,
It's not stupid, but I don't think. Hey, you do what you want to do. If you want to spend $90,000 to go on a spaceship, to
no,
go
I don't have that kind of money, Jay. But if it was possible to somehow experience that, I would sign up for
Don't
that.
you? Can you know you could go on YouTube right now and watch a NASA satellite and watch the Earth spin right now,
That's-
literally.
Same, right?
Why is it not
So
the
you're
same?
going.
if- I mean, I have the picture of that I took. No, Sandra took a picture when she was sitting next to the window from the wing. If I show it to you, do you have the same experience of sitting next to me on the plane? Not really. There's a difference in
It
experience.
depends on how powerful your imagination is, right? Do you get the
then
same level of excitement of when you see a teddy bear than Bree does? Bree just has more as an innocent. You understand? It's how
True.
powerful
Yeah.
your imagination is to me. I can literally look at a picture, put myself there, and be like, "Nope, wouldn't like that."
I
Same
totally
thing, Jay
agree.
Miller. I haven't seen fucking Jay Miller since '86 after the fire burnt down in St. Louis, Missouri. Lost all his records. But he sent me a picture the other day, and it literally was so powerful to me. I was like, fuck. So he sends me a picture. Again, I have not talked to this guy since '86. Sends me a picture of his daughter, and they're in front of Snow White in Wildwood. I love Snow White roast beef sandwiches. I literally, how powerful my mind is, I put myself on that boardwalk and I tasted the roast beef. I did not need to be there. Of course, I said, I want to go now. So next summer, I'm going to leave the house for 3 months. Hopefully, you're here by then. 3 months, we go take a trip to Jersey, experience all that, and then come back, and we're safe. We're good. We had a good time. You don't need to go into outer space to do that. Unless your life, you have I could see a millionaire or a billionaire doing that because they have everything they need, right? It's a valid argument. I have everything. I got the car. I got the bills. Everything is done. I don't know what the fuck else to spend money on. Great. The same argument that can be said that if you're broke, you have bare minimum, and as long as you're surviving, it works. Right? It's you. It's how powerful your imagination is. But I could look at someone's picture and be like, okay, let me close my breath, and now I'm scuba diving. Blah, 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 blah. Look at the little yellow fish.
Turn the water on in the shower.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that in my bathtub. And that's why I'm so excited about that Apple VR headset. Because if I want to go somewhere, guess what? We're there.
Done.
You ever seen that shit where what is it? Like someone lights a match. Someone lights a match, and you could smell that match, and they're
Sulfur.
empty. Your mind
Yeah.
comes up with that. Or like when you're a hypochondriac, you think you're sick, and eventually you'll actually get sick. Like, that's proven.
It's the same with the fireplace on the TV, right?
Same shit.
Right.
So why do you need to fucking go into outer space? Play that shit on TV. I'd say get a better imagination, John.
True. But then you don't have the experience of the liftoff and all that stuff.
Sure you do. Go to NASA's little gyroscope thing, the G-force thing, and they will play it for you in front of you, and you will feel, I promise you, you're going to feel like you're there. Do you need to get punched in the face by Mike Tyson to know what it feels like to get punched by Mike Tyson?
Well, it's not one of the experiences I want in this life.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll make a big-ass slingshot, right, or a human cannon. We'll put you in it in my yard, and we'll fire you off. And now you will have the experience of a rocket ship. You might not live to tell me about it, but in the moment, you're good. Just like in the moment of that Titanic submersible thing sinking, I bet you they were having the time of their life until they heard that crack.
Oh, I got one.
And then it was the oh shit moment.
Go, what do you got?
Because now you're saying, well, I don't need those experiences, but I truly believe you are a man of experiences and you love experience stuff.
Sure.
So in that regard, you can put up a VR and go bungee jumping. You don't really have to risk anything, but you have
Sure.
that experience of being on the ledge. and
But your
experience-
imagination has to be able to think that that's real.
Right.
True. But there's still the real thing.
Have you put on a VR headset, bro?
No, I'm poor.
Okay. When I play that roller coaster game, this is when I play that roller coaster game where I'm shooting the zombies, bro. My body is sitting still. Okay, I'm not moving. When I put that thing on my fucking head, I get motion sickness like I'm going down the roller coaster. Like you don't need to. Your mind is fucking powerful, bro. What you see is what's gonna happen. It's not like what you think, bro. When you come to my house in 6 months, if you don't have VR by then, I'm gonna put that shit on your face and you'll be like, bro, I feel like I'm on a fucking roller coaster. And you're not moving. Like you can sit like this, but you're like, whoa. Whoa. Your head starts doing shit. Your body's not doing. Oh.
But you could argue, if you've never been in a roller coaster, you don't know how it feels, so your mind can trick you into feeling the same thing.
No,
Wanna
I
bet?
believe you're wrong on that.
Bree has never, ever been on a roller coaster a day in her life. She refuses to go on one. She played that Switchback VR. Guess what? Jay, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Because it's
Yeah,
all
that
about
sense
what
of movement.
your mind and your eyes perceive. So if your eyes see it, if you're
and
seeing
it's
yourself
surrounded.
going fast,
And you have to be surrounded. It can't be just like glasses where you could see the sides, then your mind can say, okay,
Right.
this isn't happening.
is
But
fake.
when you look to the fucking, like, just, even if you turn your head into shit. So turn your eyes, it's all around you, bro. The movements is, like you feel your throat. It's so weird. So weird.
But-
cool, but weird.
Then again,
Because it's
aren't
tricking
you
your
afraid
mind.
that
It's
it would
tricking your
diminish?
It's your mind, bro. All in your head.
yeah.
Aren't you afraid that actually would diminish the real experience over time, and that people would just be on their
Nobody would
VRs
do it in
all the
real life.
time?
No,
Well,
because
you
nobody
don't
would
think
do
that
it.
that's going to happen with the Apple shit, where people are going to put that on and
Oh,
then not go on
100%.
vacations anymore, not go.
Yep. It's gonna happen.
That's
Not
a
now.
fact.
But what that says to me is Apple's about to make a whole lot of money, boy.
Right. No, because at some point you're gonna feel, why do I need to be in this real world?
Right?
I could just put on the VR set and I could be anywhere I want to be. You know what? As a matter of fact, I want to be on Mars right now. So now I'm going to experience Mars.
Boom.
That's a bad
What if
thing.
you want to go into a riot? Ready? Watch this. They have a game called the Riot. Okay, this is not a thing, but it's a great idea. You're in the middle of the street. You put the VR headset on. Everybody's looking at you, bro. You're gonna move. Your immediate reaction in a VR game is, "Dude, what are you talking about?" And then they respond back to you. Okay,
Right.
what the
That
fuck?
that'd be sick.
Let's go, Jay. Let's go rob it. So you start fucking running in place looking like a retard, and you got a wiffle ball bat in your hand. You're beating up the TV, and you're breaking the shit. Bro, that game would sell out like that. Like that. Because I don't
It
have
would.
to do it. I don't have to break no laws. Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. VR is the fucking future, bro. It is. The thing about playing Detroit as VR, where you get to walk around and talk to the robots. Oh, my. Oh.
And I believe they're already working on the platforms where you can
Yeah,
walk.
they have. The ones
So
that
you-
have the treadmill that goes both
Yeah.
ways. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Have
Why
you
go to
ever
Mars
played-
when you can fucking just do it there? But I get your argument. You want to go outside and not have something on your head.
Have you ever played VR driving games, like when you're sitting in the chair and you're playing, you're just
No.
driving an F1 car? Okay, that in the more expensive ones, they feel like you
Oh, I
are
believe it.
literally in an F1 car and you can't you're going so fast you don't feel like you're breathing. because that's the feeling that a driver in an F1 car feels when they're doing that. Especially when you're hitting things and it's shaking you around like that, you feel everything. Your mind will trick you to think that this is actually happening.
Yep. Yep. Well, you guys want to go to Mars, okay? Yeah, let me put it to you in a different perspective, something you can relate to, Jordan. You like going on a plane, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've had that experience before, right?
Yes.
You've been on a plane. All right. Watch this. What if I told you could put on a VR headset? You can sit down in your living room. You take off on a plane. Now, you're not moving, but you actually feel it just by seeing it. Would you believe me?
Yeah, I will believe you.
Okay. Because that's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
You don't have to move. You just feel like you're taking
True.
off.
True.
Right.
But oh, yes, I'm following you, but it's not only the experience, it's the entire package, right? I would also be in a different place. That's why I'm getting on the plane. I get what you're trying to say. I'm not denying it. It's just
What
I
if
mean,
you could?
to
What if
me,
you could
it
experience
sounds-
all that in your living room by keeping the VR headset on? You could have the food that's from that nation. You could have the amusement park that's from the park you're going to. What if you could do all of that from your home? You would not do it?
Well,
in the same sense that you just explained Miller's picture, yes. Because then if I would have experienced it once in real, then I can play a memory in the VR because I can link that video image because I've already tasted it, I've already experienced it. Now I can relive it again through the medium of a VR. But to fully appreciate a memory, you would first need the real experience.
No.
Even-
Bree with the roller coaster. You keep
Yeah, but-
using that argument. Bree has never been
Yeah.
on a roller coaster.
No, but you made the argument you could taste and smell
Yes.
the food.
Yes.
So if you would have never had that food over there, how would you know what it tastes like and what it smells like?
Smells like.
Again, I think you guys are underestimating the power of your mind. I don't know how to
Your
explain.
mind, not so much my mind.
Maybe your guys' mind is like a fucking chalkboard that just needs to be written on. Okay, if you say to me, here's a better example. Ready? You guys know Coca-Cola, yeah? You
Yeah.
guys both know Pepsi, yeah? If I put them both in a can, you seen Pepsi, Where's My Jet, right?
Mhm.
Okay, those people work for Pepsi. Those people work for Coke. They know the taste. You worked
Right.
for the company for 40 fucking years. Okay? They put them both in a can. Did not label them. They drank it. They said this one's Pepsi, this one's Coke. Every fucking time, they were wrong. Every fucking time they were wrong. You would think, okay, it's mixed up. Nope. When you pull it up, it shows what that is. Pepsi. Put it back inside of the can. So they did not even know.
so you don't
And they-
know.
So
the thing.
you're, that's what I'm saying is if they don't know when they have the experience, why could you not know if you don't have the experience?
If I remember correctly, the question was differently. It was even more painful for Pepsi because they asked them, which one do you like the most? And most of them chose cola. even
Right, they
though
chose
worked
Coke.
for
Yeah, they
Pepsi.
chose Coca-Cola. This one tastes.
That's
That's
even
Pepsi.
worse.
Pepsi's sweeter. Pepsi's sweeter. That's why. That's the real difference between the both of them. It's just that Pepsi
No,
has
you guys
sweet-
see, you guys are all saying that. We know the difference. No, you don't. You're. I don't know. You guys are not getting it. These are people that worked
get it.
for Pepsi, bro. Like that's
All
all
they
they
drank was
they
Pepsi.
drank every fucking day.
Oh,
And they didn't even know. They were like, that's Pepsi. No, it's not. That's Sprite.
The only question I have, Jay, and this is impossible to measure, is if your reaction is more powerful than Bree's. Because you have the memory of a roller coaster, that you experience it even more.
I don't know. How would you even answer that, though?
Yeah,
There-
that's impossible.
Yeah.
That's
But
impossible.
Bree, let me put it to you like this. Bree's never been on. Bree said she will go on a roller coaster with me because that's what Air like to do, and she wants to do it for Air and do it for me, right? So it's not like she prepped to go on a roller coaster for that. She's definitely scared of them that they're gonna fly off the tracks or whatever. But let's just rule out the point of a roller coaster. Rule it out. It's not a roller coaster. We've all been on a train. You've all.
Yes.
Okay, if you haven't been on a train, you've been on those roller coasters as a kid. So the argument can be said that you've experienced something similar to it, so your mind can relate to that, right? We've all been in a car. It would be hard. The food part is a valid argument, but that brings up the Coke and Pepsi thing. Just because you think you know it, you don't. If you say this is going to taste like sausage and you never physically see it, let's just say you give me a bratwurst. I've never had bratwurst. I have, but I've never had it. And you give me a bratwurst and you say to me, this is sausage. Not saying it's bratwurst. They're similar. They're both meats. And when I look at it on the VR, as you hand it to me, it looks like, Spade, you'll know what I'm talking about, like the Italian sauces with the peppers and onions you get on the boardwalk. It looks like that. And then when I bite it, I bet you my mind tells me it tastes just like what I have in my hand.
Right. Right.
Even though it is not that, my mind is going to make it taste like something else. Like,
but that's your mind. That's your mind going back
to a reflection.
Or a
Sure.
reflection, or
Sure.
you're comparing it to something else because I know this tastes like that, this, so it's supposed to be tasting like this. But the case that you said specifically, you can remember how it smelled and tasted that specific sandwich or whatever.
Okay, but
So
see, here's
if
the other
you-
thing, though.
You can go like, I've had it somewhere else, and then if you see from another place, you can go like, oh yeah, it's gonna taste that way. But you're that's a memory you're bringing up, right? Because you know the taste specifically from that shop, how that bun or whatever tastes like.
Okay, let me
That's
flip
a
this on
memory
you a little.
recall.
Listen to this. Ready? When somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, try this." Okay, what is it? It's, I don't know, peanut butter on paper. And you're going to be like, "Oh, I've never had that before. What's it taste like?" is always the first question you say. What's it taste like? Why? So your brain can know that we're going to put all these flavors together in your head so
Why
you
not
know
say-
what it tastes like.
I want to interrupt real quick. Bree, go ahead. Take it away.
Matthew, how do you not think like VR could be real and all this stuff when you believe in aliens?
Oh, but I never said that. I didn't think VR to be real, not real. I
Hold
believe
on.
it.
Hold on, Matthew. Hold on. Keep the etiquette. She's bringing up a valid point. No one's ever seen them. No one's ever touched them. No one's ever done anything. But when you put on a VR headset, you can experience that with an alien.
But I never said I didn't believe that you can immerse yourself with the VR. I even believe that. I've done it. And it's crazy.
Okay, you've done it on a first VR from 1994. It's a little bit different as technology has advanced.
16-bit.
Now,
Still the same.
there is, but I mean,
The idea is
even
the
better
same,
now.
yes. But the argument
Right.
is that you find it hard to believe with the taste or whatever. It goes back to the Coke and Pepsi thing.
No, you're getting me wrong. I'm not saying you cannot, like the example of you. I give you the sausage, and you, I completely agree. Your mind will make out of it. That's the sausage, and you're gonna taste that sausage. No problem. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's gonna be easier for you if you do a memory recall of a specific item or a specific thing you did. It's going to be easier for you to compare it in VR when it's not real, and you're going to have
No.
your mind is going to be, oh, this is going to taste like an
Right.
orange, this is going to taste
is
like
great.
this, and this is going to taste like that.
Do you need to be on a beach to know what a beach feels like?
No, because I've been on a beach. I know what a beach feels like.
Have you been on?
Okay. Have you been to the Sahara? No.
Wait.
But can you feel-
Let me
Oh,
try.
that's
Let me
still
try.
sand.
Hold on. Let me try. Have you fucked a porn star?
Nope.
Okay. You put a VR headset on, and all of a sudden she's a porn star. Bet you fuck a porn star.
Yeah, because I know what it's like to fuck.
No. That's
Not
not
like
you.
this.
Not like this. No. Take all the things you know about fucking and throw them right away. Okay. She's gonna do shit to your dick, like spin on it like a top. Okay. No. But you're, even though she's not doing that, right? She's not doing the tricks and shit. You could take your hand. That's right. That's right. Your mind will think. If you take your
Yeah.
hand, okay, put it on your penis and you play that on a VR, I guarantee you're going to think that that's someone fucking you. Your hand is going to do whatever she is doing without you even controlling it. Your mind is going to do it.
I'm not disputing that.
I've
I know it
I've
seems
wa-
hard to believe, man.
I'm not
I'm not-
disputing
I'm
it
not
in any
arguing, I'm
in
just-
any way or form. That's not what I'm saying.
There's one thing that's just the same reoccurring question over and over again is if you don't have the first experience, like you said, you can put on your VR and you could be on a beach, right?
Right.
Some exotic location. Now, if you are a person that's never felt sand for some reason or never experienced that, then how would you know how your feet, when your feet touches a beach, a virtual beach,
I got it.
how
I
would
got
that experience go?
I got it. We've all seen scary movies, right? We've
Yes.
all seen scary movies. Watch this.
Yes.
You know, after watching 5 scary movies, she's gonna close that fucking mirror and there's gonna be someone behind them. Right? Like you fucking know that, right? But all of a sudden, it's, shit! Now you knew in your mind that was gonna fucking happen, but it still scared you. What the fuck? That's the same shit. You knew that was gonna happen, and you were able to still get scared, knowing that it's gonna happen. So that tells you that your mind is much more powerful than what you think it is. Because in theory, if you know some shit's gonna jump out, you're not gonna get scared. I knew that was coming. So it's the same thing with VR.
Yeah, but that's
And to make it even more realistic, watch anybody play a VR. And like there's a video clip of a girl that's playing one on the treadmill. And her mind, look, watch. Put it into, forget VR for a second. I put a bag over your head. I'm gonna suffocate you. Your reaction is to what? Grab here. Try to rip it off. All you gotta do is put a fuck. Now we say that right now, right? We say that.
fear.
But you don't do that. Your mind does this shit to try to get it off of your face.
Because that's what's
The
bothering
same
you.
fucking thing. Just if you're in a game, right? Anyway, so the girl, she's playing a game, and all she had to do was take the headset off. She's trying to fight the zombies in the game, and she's like, "I want to get out. I want to stop." And she's pushing. All you got to do is go like this. Your mind does not tell you to take it off of your head. It's you think that that's real, so you're not like, "Oh, let me take my helmet off." You could do it 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Eventually, you'll be like, okay, I know that I can just take this off now. But the first 5 times, I promise you, that's not going to be your first reaction is to take it off. You're in the moment. Now, if you have a shitty imagination and you don't believe nothing, I'm sure you'll just take it off.
Well, it's
I
like a
wasn't-
remote
I wasn't-
control.
I wasn't saying that is because we're going back to the association. Like if you've never been on the sand before, how would your brain know how it feels like, even if you put on the VR? It's a weird thing to say. Everyone has experienced sand.
No,
before,
because
but-
using your argument, if you see a sandwich that you've never had before, right, and there's cheese melted on it, you know it's going to be good, right? Like you could associate that's probably going to be a good sandwich, even though you've never had whatever's on there.
True.
Yeah,
So
but
your
hold on,
imagination will
Jake.
pull up something similar to that. You would pull up
Let's-
American cheese or whatever. Now, when you bite it, it may not taste that good, but it looks good. So with the sand, the argument could be dirt. It looks like really tan dirt,
Going from that premise, let's say you and me were in VR.
right?
You have never seen or had an orange in your life. No orange juice, nothing. You've never had anything orange related. We're in VR, and I hand you an orange and say, "Eat this."
I would
Your
probably
mind is going
bite
to
it.
tell you how the orange tastes.
But you would always
No,
say,
no.
eating
Wait,
is not a
wait.
thing, though.
Wait, hold
When
on,
you're
Spade. Hold on.
When
Hold
you're
on.
eating, though, you're always going to say, "What's this taste like?" before you eat it, so that way your brain is
How would you-
prepared
That's not what
for
we're
what it is that
saying
you're
here.
going
orange
to eat.
tastes like? How would you
That's not what we're
explain
saying
how an
here.
orange tastes like?
If you have never had an
A
orange,
sweet or lemon.
I give
So
you
what's
one in
the
VR.
question, Matthew?
and
If
you're
I've
gonna-
never, what's the question? So if I've never had the orange, what would I do
Yeah.
with it? Or
No, I tell you to eat it. I can even
right?
tell you.
I would
if
just
you've never
bite it.
seen
Honestly, I
hold
would
it,
just bite it
yeah.
like an apple.
But how is your brain going to tell you how exactly an orange tastes?
It's
can't,
not until
because you
after
have
I
no
eat it.
reference. You have no reference.
But-
It's not like it's gonna really taste like an orange in VR, right?
Well, I would probably, it
actually-
would probably, I mean, if you're saying I've never had fruit in general, if you gave me something that looked like an orange, I would think it would taste like a lemon. But if I've never had a lemon, I would think that it would taste like a lime or something of that similar texture. The best argument you have is the sandwich, which I just related. So I'd still get something citrus out of it, knowing that I've had fruit before. The argument would be better is if I've never had fruit and you hand me an orange. What would you do with it? Not what it tastes like. I would probably bite it like an apple and be extremely let down. Like,
That's not how
I
it's
think the
going.
biggest discussion will be is what is real at that point. And at a certain age, you would have like teenagers that are creating virtual reality memories at that point
Lives.
because
Lives.
they don't really experience it in real life. So
that's a great
Ready
fucking
Player
point. So the taste that you have, right? Go back to your orange for a second. I hate to interject. This is a heated conversation. I love it. But go back to the orange for a second. If you taste an orange right now, it's similar to any citrus fruit, whether it is a lemon, a lime, a grapefruit, a tangerine. So, but you're not actually tasting it. You're smelling it. When 75 or 85% of what you taste has to do with your nose,
No.
right? So forget the taste. Throw that out of the window. Smell is the most important because that's where you get the taste of what the reference is. So let's just say you put a lemon strip or scent thing underneath my nose as I go to eat this orange. Okay, now let's just say VR can do this. VR has a backlog of every smell, everything, and they put that inside of the VR. So when you eat that, guess what? That's a fucking lemon. I know it looks like an orange or a tangerine or a fat ass clementine. That's a lemon. No, it's not. I'm telling you.
At that point, if you get that far that you can have smells in VR,
You don't think that's
Then-
gonna happen?
yeah, it
Oh.
probably is, but not now.
I'd say a year.
Not yet.
A year after the Apple VR comes out. A year. They've
think
got a
that's
log
soon?
that has got something that fucks with your senses or something to make
It's
it.
the same thing with vaping, right? When you vape, right? If I don't tell you what it smells like, if I turn around and tell you like this tastes like Snickerdoodle, and you're vaping, and you're like, oh, okay, I could get
I
the
get that.
hint of, right? I get
You
it,
have
right?
no idea
If I
what it
turn around and
is.
tell- right, you have no idea. But if I turn around and tell you, hey, there's also cinnamon. Do you smell the cinnamon also, or do you taste the cinnamon also? You can be like, yeah, you know what, I do, because your mind put it in because you said it, your mind is thinking, oh,
Yeah,
this
powerful.
has cinnamon now, so I'm
Again-
going to tell him, hey, you can
Again,
taste cinnamon
You're
now.
not getting it, Spade. I'm telling you, if you have never had cinnamon in VR or whatever, if
that's
you've
something
never had
similar
cinnamon,
to
smelled
it, though.
cinnamon, or ate
Like you're
cinnamon,
saying,
you're not
right?
gonna know the taste of cinnamon.
Yeah, but if you've had something close to the texture of cinnamon,
Close to, but you're not actually gonna know what cinnamon
well,
exactly.
first
tastes
off,
like.
let's rule out this fucking person that doesn't experience life in general. They were born with a VR headset on, okay? Because that's the argument you're playing. Is it some fucking retard that has never left his house and doesn't know what an orange tastes like? Really? Okay, you
Oh,
suck.
not only that, he doesn't have the money for an orange, yet he has $2,500 for a VR.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So all this shit that we're putting out is not even a real person, okay? So, but let's just use cinnamon because it's not in their region, so they don't have it. You could still relate something to it. Explain what this is. I can't taste it. Then, of course, your mind will whatever. But if you put a bunch of sugar in the background or sugar sticks, you might think that tastes like sugar. You know, it's what you see is what's happening. The best way I can explain it, John, when you come to my house in October, I'm gonna put this fucking headset on you, and you're gonna be like, dude, I'm on a roller coaster. No, you're not. You're sitting on a chair, not moving. Okay.
It's like when you eat alligator. Oh, it tastes like chicken.
That's because that's what your mind, even though it's nothing like chicken, but you relate that to chicken. You've had frog legs. What does that taste like? Chicken. Tuna fish. What does it taste like? Chicken.
But it's still your mind pulling from past experiences,
Yes.
and trying to identify
Yes.
the current experience,
Yes.
right? Because
Yes.
you have no experience. That's what I'm trying
Again,
to say. Like,
if there's somebody that has
eventually-
no experience with any of this shit, you should probably not own a VR, right? Like,
No, I'm talking more of like experiencing places, not really foods or anything. But if that's the argument, now I can visit certain places on the planet without paying the expensive ticket or a hotel. Have I been there, or have I seen footage of it? And if that's the case, if it counts as the same experience, why even bother getting on a plane?
I agree, but what if you could put a VR headset on, right? You've ever been to Google Images? If you look up
Yeah.
Vape Life 360 image, you can actually walk through the store to the back, to the front. Now, could you imagine having a VR headset on and you load up, I don't know, Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas, boom, hit it up. They put you in the center of Bahamas. Now you walk around
That's it.
and there's people talking,
Bahamas.
and you go to a bar and there's really nothing in your hand, but you take a drink, and all of a sudden now your mouth is wet.
Yeah, the VR is a lot more immersive than just looking at a picture, right? It's 3D. You can look around. It's
Right.
a bigger mindfuck than.
That's a good point, is what Lance just said in chat. What's the real argument here? The question of if a virtual experience will be more desirable than an actual.
Yes, that's what I'm.
100% I would be, because you know what? You don't have to worry about getting robbed. You don't have to spend no fucking money. It's all fake. It's all fake.
Okay.
But
Have
you
you guys
haven't
seen
really
Demolition Man
experienced anything.
with Sandra Bullock? Have you seen
No.
Demolition Man with Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone? Okay, in that movie, nobody has sex anymore. They put on VR goggles and they experience sex. They could be both in the same
Movies
room.
like that.
See, now that's science
Okay.
fiction. That will never ever happen.
Right. But the idea, listen, the idea for that was the fact that she said that the reason we do that is so, one, people don't get pregnant for no reason, but they still have the same concept of having sex, and two, nobody's got diseases anymore. You can't transfer any STDs to
There's
anybody.
been so many
People
movies
also
that
in
are
that.
like that, where you put on a headset.
Right.
So,
So
that one movie
headsets
with
are
Bruce
the way of the
Willis.
future.
What is that, Fifth Element or Bruce Willis, where they become different people? Come on, roll
Surrogates.
credits. Where you
Surrogates?
could be a detective or a sexy lady. Or,
Surrogates?
what is it?
Oh,
Surrogates.
yeah.
Surrogates?
Surrogates.
Surrogates. There you go. So there's been so many movies where you could do that. So why not
Right,
do
and that's-
that? You don't think that's where technology? Fuck Mars. That's the technology, and Apple has already got a check on that book, bro.
I'm even going a step further. You say VR. I think technology is gonna go to the point where they directly input it into your brain.
Love it.
So
Love it.
when they say orange, you're really gonna taste the orange and
Love it.
smell the orange.
Love it.
It's going to be total recall.
No.
I'm in it.
Our
That's
lives are going to be
what
total
the
recall.
ultimate
I'm
goal
in
is
it
gonna
because
be.
now I could give my girl bigger tits. Boop! Oh, shit! And you feel them. Even though the tits are here, you're out here. You're like, oh, God, these are great. That's the air.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, but it's so good. Like,
And you're really gonna feel them, right? Because the signals from your brains are telling your hands
Yes!
that you're
That's
feeling the boob.
but that's what I'm saying. If that's what we could do, bro, we would all live. And the argument that we would get lazy, I don't know about that. I don't know, because if you put on a thing, right? And first off, when you do VR, I don't know what it is about it, whether you were doing a roller coaster or you're playing a shooting game, you sweat your ass off.
Yes.
I don't know why, but so if you were like fake working out, like where you pick up, this would be a good experiment. Where you pick up, it shows 75 pounds, and you pick it up, you're like, this ain't no 75 fucking pounds. I wonder with repetition, would that be 75 pounds? Because your mind sees that, and you've picked up 75 pounds now. But if you do this every day, bro, you're gonna get skinny. You're gonna lose weight because you're working out.
Hey, that's actually a good idea. You could put that in that ride game you invented. So you're lifting TVs and you're dragging them around.
Bro, you're gonna be exhausted after 5 minutes. I'm done.
I got 5 TVs, 10 PlayStations. I'm done for today.
I don't even know where I'm gonna put all this shit. That is the future, is your VR, bro. That is. And Apple, I'm telling you, with that augmented reality where I could just put a YouTube movie over somebody's face or pop up a fucking menu and launch some shit while I'm walking. I mean, I don't know how many people are gonna be walking around like that, but
I'm gonna be the only Debbie Downer in this scenario, and if you see how much people actually put more value into their social media life instead of their real life,
Right.
and you expand that onto VR, that sounds very dangerous to me.
That sounds like a
Very.
money-making slot machine is what that sounds like.
And the further
If you were to look back 5 years from now, 10 years ago, we didn't think that social media would be this big. We didn't think that kids would be using it. None of us did. Matthew, when you were raising your kid, you weren't thinking in 6 years he's going to do nothing but play on Facebook. You didn't think of that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but now that happened, and that's in front of us, and you can't control. You could try to control that as much as you want. Good luck. So that is the future. That VR shit. I'm telling you now. Write this down. 5-10 years from now, that will be everything. You will be doing a live stream with people with all the shit on their fucking face. Watch, bro.
Do you think that materialistic things are now going to go out the window? Because think about this now. If I can just
don't
wear
buy a couch.
Right. You don't need to buy a couch. You don't need to
Nope.
buy expensive things. You don't
Nope.
need to have anything else.
It's just gonna be
You can have a
really
shitty-ass
shitty
car.
though when you take that off to go to sleep. Unless you sleep with it on, it's gonna be shitty when you take that off and you're like, "There's no fucking bed here.
No, but you take it
My
off. And
house
you're like,
is empty as shit."
right. But then you're going to be thinking, I would rather live in this VR world than this real
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
In this real world, I'm only here to eat and provide for myself, so that way I could be in this
There's
VR world.
there's two arguments to that. You have the thing of you're never in reality, so that may sound good and all, but eventually that battery is gonna die. Right? Eventually you're not gonna have that anymore. You're gonna be severely depressed. But you get to enjoy your life as much as possible. So what's the wrong answer? Is the wrong answer wearing that and enjoying your life? Well, someone would say I would say you have to enjoy your real life, not just have a fucking headset on and then that's your whole life. That's a shitty life.
exactly
That's
But
because
look at-
but they're happy
at
when they
Second
put
Life.
it on.
Look at Second Life. How many people have put thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in that just to have a virtual villa with a
If
virtual
that
private
stops
suite and
them
a
from
virtual...
taking their own life and that makes them happy, why not?
Yeah, okay, but
but
What if they
Where
can't
does-
deal?
where-
What if they can't deal, Matthew? What if
Where
that
do you
that
draw
is
the
the way
line?
that they cope?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying if you augment that with a chip in your brain and you're really gonna smell, feel, and do anything that you're gonna do in the virtual reality, there's even more people gonna be living in a studio with one light bulb, one fork, one knife, one table, and one seat. And that's gonna be it because they're gonna be in there and they're gonna spend all their cash and all their energy in the virtual because they're a player. They drive a nice car. They have all the girls they want. They have a swimming pool. They have a big villa. They have everything.
But someone set that precedence for you to know that that's good, right? Like
Yeah.
if let's just say 30 years from now, you don't have any more rich people. Everybody's on a fucking couch. You don't know what the rich people would have to implement that in the VR. That might be a little bit too deep. So, whether it's flying cars or anything, someone's going to have to imagine that and then put that into the VR to be a real thing. That's based off of rich people's lives, what everybody wants. Now, if you're born with, let's just say, a VR headset on, then that's all you know.
Yeah.
Or that chip that you say that you put in their mind.
But then it doesn't become anything different than an addiction.
Right.
It's the same addiction. And it's the same as
I agree.
alcohol, drugs, whatever you
I
want.
agree.
Yes, but is it bad? Is it worse than drugs and alcohol, or is it helpful in a
Yeah.
way?
Yeah, sure. You're still escaping reality, whatever you use to escape it. It's still the same.
But
Okay,
you
but
still do
that's
that
like
today,
with
here and
everything.
now.
Some things
No,
can be
guys.
therapeutic.
What if
and
you
some things
dealt
can
with
be bad.
reality?
You still escape reality no matter what it is, right? You escape your
No,
reality by
I
saying,
can't
you know what?
escape
No,
this.
hold on. No, I hate my life. I hate my job. By the time I come home, I'm hanging out with everybody over here. My life is great. So at the end of the day, you're like, ooh, I can't wait for my day to finish off so I could go home, so I could talk to everybody on Discord or whatever, right? It's the same thing. You're still escaping reality. You're just not looking at it the same way.
That's not the same.
but
The
if you-
same would be if I put on my VR headset and it's 3 AI people talking to me. That would be escapism. That's not real. You're creating it. You're still real people.
But
This
why is
still
that
a real
bad, though?
experience.
But why is that bad, though, Jordan? Tell me why it's bad.
Because you're not building something real. You're fabricating it. You're fabricating your reality.
So is real life.
But
You
if-
fabricate your real life.
No, that's not true. You create that by hard work and then you get the results. You're doing something.
Okay.
Okay,
So
but what if
your
someone
reality-
lived 40 years of their life? right? They've done it all, done it all, and they're done. There's no point of being here anymore, and I have to put this on to escape that. Is that a bad thing? You've already experienced the life. You've already done everything. So, what now?
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's bad if that keeps
It's a
you
coping
going,
mechanism.
sure, but it's not optimal. It's not what you want for another person. There has to be another way.
But we've tried
Like
other
you just said, Jay, there's so much right in front of you to experience. Why would you go into space? So why would you put on a VR?
Maybe because I
mean,
have
as
more,
a game, yes.
but I
as
have
an
more of a-
escapism,
but I have more of a positive outlook on that versus most people have a negative outlook, and we'll put the headset on and we'll play. I've experienced a lot of fucking pain and torment in my life to know that there is good things. To know that there is good things. If you're only surrounded by good things, you need to experience bad so you can appreciate those good things. So I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. I think everybody needs to experience death, loss, pain, losing a loved one. I think everybody needs it. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but you don't know pain until you've lost someone.
But they should also
Isn't it
experience
kind of a thing
positives
when-
of what you said.
Within moderation, that's again a thing. Moderation. If you use the VR in a moderate way, normal way to relax, to whatever, to escape for an hour or two, it's gonna be maybe even therapeutic. If you're 24/7 on in VR, it's not gonna be good anymore.
I agree.
That's like with every life things.
yeah.
Moderation.
Well,
But,
You drink
that's
it
what
once.
happens, though, right? You experience such a good time. You're like, why am I only doing this for an hour? Why don't I do this for 5 hours? And then 5
That's the
hours
danger.
turns to 7 hours, and then 7 hours turn into 10,
Yeah.
and 12, and then to 24.
But that's the same thing that happens with people and drugs or drink.
True.
Or
But
anything.
you only start
Moderation.
grabbing to those if the rest of your life sucks, right? No happy, healthy person goes out and buys a bottle of whiskey and drinks that in an hour.
Yeah,
You're
agree.
not happy. Let's be honest with that. So if you're spending 5 or 6 hours, no, let's say 12 hours a day on VR, let's just say the rest of your life is pretty shit.
Yeah. But then, even
That's
truth
it.
be told, I think it's better than doing a drink or alcohol, a drink or drugs.
It's yeah, because you're not indirectly destroying your body, just your eyes and your mind. Eventually, yeah, sure. It's still escapism. I mean, if you play a game for X amount of hours, yeah, sure.
Good job.
Like a mini vacation, then it's
Wow.
it's the same thing. Like when I came to the wedding, I had a drink, good positive drink. Not I had a shitty day. Let me drink a half a bottle of this
Right.
to escape my shitty day. That's the different motivations.
Right, and that didn't create the addiction. You had a good time, you were in the moment, and that's it. That's what do they call those occasional drinkers, right? If there's an occasion, you could drink. There's nothing wrong with that. Just know that when that occasion's over, that's a
Yeah,
wrap.
stop.
It's over.
That's it. That's it. It's a wrap. It's over. You know, and
It's like don't sit. If you have to be plastered every evening, then there's something wrong.
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. That's. I think that's a little bit different though, right? Because that addiction will hurt other people. You could get into an accident. You could hurt yourself with the VR.
You could hurt somebody virtually and it doesn't cause anything.
Yeah, you just turn the game off.
The
I don't
only side effect to that is that you feel like you've done it so many times on VR that you believe it and you actually start to, become schizo, and what you're doing in your VR life, you're trying to implement in your real life. You understand what I'm saying? Like let's just say, for argument's sakes, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto so much that I'm just running over people that in my real life, I might
You
forget.
can't separate the difference. You're just like, I hit this dude in the fucking game and nothing happens.
But that's
so-
the thing, though. Some people don't. Some people will take this so far into themselves that they.
But that
feel like,
goes back to when we were kids, though. Spade. Remember when our parents were like, "Games are evil. They're bad. They'll create people."
Right.
And
Right.
It's if anything, VR is even worse there because now
Right.
you're in the game.
Right.
Now-
And now
Yeah,
you
but
can
that's been
actually
proven.
do what it is that they're
Yeah.
saying that you can do.
Yeah.
So,
But that's
I
a
think-
myth because that's been proven to be wrong. Like people saying in the olden
it
days,
though?
people saying you're gonna be aggressive and you're gonna be a killer and you're gonna be
Now change it
because you play aggressive
with
games.
VR
That's not
though.
true.
Yeah, but change it with VR. Remember, I was just telling you how the experiences seem real. Change it with VR now. Now you're in it. Now you're doing it. Now you're committing the crimes in the game.
Yeah, but
imagine how many
the argument
less
could
serial
also
killers
be,
you have.
yeah, now there's an outlet for it.
Right. There'd be less killers now.
If,
There'd be less
if you
serial
think
killers.
about it, the professional workers, where you can pay money for certain services, actually puts down the numbers on the hippo thing, right? If you remove those numbers go
Right.
way up.
Right.
So if you have a certain outlet for it, it kind of, I wouldn't say it completely eliminates the numbers, but I think it would go down.
But think
Yeah,
about
that
all the
outlet.
tense, right? You have all this built up tension in you and you're releasing it in the game or the VR world. When you come back to the real world, you don't feel that pressure
Yeah.
anymore. And you're just
Yeah.
like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm okay
Yeah.
now. I killed
No.
50 people in my video game and now I can,
It
function
could be
in normal
therapeutic, right? That could be something
Right.
that's in the medical field. where
Right.
they're like, listen, we know you want to hurt some people. I'm going to give you a
Here, go
rifle.
do
I'm
this.
going to put this on your head and I'm going to walk away. You do what you
That's-
want. There's a bunch of dummies in
But
front of you
Right.
that
But
scream
I
when
think
you
it
shoot
would
them.
help. I think
Yeah.
it'll help a lot for situations
You
like
could-
this.
You can make your own human flesh sandwich in the VR.
Yeah,
and then you don't have to go
you
out.
might be right. Right, you might be
Why
right
not?
because you're now changing the game and you're making it where go commit your crimes.
Right.
Now they're gonna judge those people as, oh, you hippoed all these people. Right, I did it in the game. Well, I just shut it off.
Right.
There's no crime in that.
Nope.
I don't
It's
know.
okay.
I don't know who the game developer is, but
There have been
whoever you are, you're about to get paid and really rated badly. You better be out of some unknown country in the middle of nowhere because they're gonna come find you. Like,
You were on the PlayStation store for 12 hours. Good luck.
God. Until that game is $999 and PlayStation gets 80% of that. Yeah, we'll leave that up.
Right.
X-rated, XR rated. I don't even know what the worst rating is. I don't know, triple X. This is, why not? Why not?
Hey, games on prescription.
you go to the doctor. Yeah, go play 2 hours of this game a night
Well,
for the next week.
and why not?
Why not?
It feels weird when you say it out loud, right? Like you could think about it and say, okay, cool, whatever. But then when you actually say things out loud, you're like, oh, wait a minute. This either it could work or it could be.
Oh no, that would work. Oh,
Yeah, no, I agree.
that would work. I could tell you, there's enough of sick people in this world that want to do riots, that want to shoot people. It
Right.
would work.
And if you did it in the
That's
Go ahead,
game,
Jordan. Go ahead. You've been holding your finger up.
What
Go,
if,
Jordan.
what if you do it more positively? Now you're doing like getting anger out of the system. What if it would help to conquer fears? Fear of heights.
yeah,
To
yeah,
name some.
yeah. It could help out a lot.
Sure. It'd be just give it time, bro. Just give it time. I say fuck Mars. Go VR. That's
It's just you see the problem with very unstable people will get addicted to it.
yeah, but if you're not hurting anybody, go be
What's that?
unstable. Go.
But you don't know that. If you completely ignore the people that love you, that are around you, then you're still hurting people because you're now choosing to ignore them to live your full life in a
So
virtual
instead, we
reality.
pump medicine down their throat. That's the argument.
So they could be zombies.
I mean, what's the argument? If this person has got some kind of sick mentality, right, and they're fucked up, and the VR helps them get rid of those, and then they take it off, and then they're normal. Okay, because we got all that out for the day. Whether that is hurting somebody or doing something stupid. Okay, or you could give them medicine, which is not guaranteed to work because medicine works differently on each person. We're putting you in a real life situation. Right? They even do this for training with UAVs for the military. They put you in that situation where you got to go blow this tank up. Go. Right now, that's a real tank. Yes. You think you're flying, it's all a game, right? The same thing with pilots. Obviously, you don't. What's that movie? Sully with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
remember,
that's based on
you've
true
all seen
story.
it. You've all seen it. I'm gonna spoil it for
Yeah.
people in the chat. So remember at the end where they tried to replay them crashing, and then I got goosebumps. Tom Hanks says you're taking one thing away from all of this: human error.
Yeah.
And he said, I need whatever it was, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And then they gave him that time and they couldn't land it.
Mm.
But in that situation, there's other lives that are involved, right?
Mm.
If you make it where you could go hurt people in this, whatever, in this game, and you take that off and you don't have to take medicine, why not? It's just like we were talking about this yesterday. There's a pill. Did you know that to stop you from getting HIV or AIDS? Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's called
That's
HIV.
only if you're
HIV
getting exposed to it, right? Yeah.
So
That's for
you know you're going to have sex with someone that's got HIV. You take this pill, you don't get HIV.
Yeah, but you have to continuously take it, no?
Yeah, it's a prescription.
Yeah.
Right? So you're essentially
Stop
immune.
taking it. But if you stop taking it, do you still get it? Or
You would get it. It's like a 30-day prescription.
No. What I'm saying is, okay, let's just say I'm fucking this chick, right?
Mhm.
And
Do you know
I
that
take-
she has HIV before you fuck her?
No, but then she tells me that she does, so I
No,
start
it's too
taking
late.
this.
That's too late.
Too late.
It's
So
not
you
the
have
morning
to-
after pill. You can't be like, yep, good.
Damn it!
Plan B.
Nah, don't work like that.
So if you know they have it and then you take it, you won't
Boom, you're
get it.
good. I think it's 3 days in the system. You're ready to rock and roll.
But then if you stop taking the drugs and you stop fucking with that person, what happens?
After
You're
30
good.
days, it's out of your system.
But then you won't
Side
get HIV.
You will get HIV.
Oh, so I have to continuously every.
Continually take it if you're going to continue to fuck that person.
Oh, but if I'm not fucking that person, I'm good
You're
to
good.
go.
You're good.
Okay.
First off, if you could come up with that, you look up medicines like DZT. I know this from my mom. APZ, DDT, DZT. These are drugs that they take to bring their T cells up, right? And they're expensive, man. And they're fucking expensive. Now, this HIV PrEP pill is not expensive. There's a couple variations of it. It's not expensive. No, I don't have HIV. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm always looking into all these different things for HIV because it's such a fascinating disease that if they can make all this money from all these other drugs to prolong your life when you have HIV, they always say, we've always said this, everybody says this, is that there's no money in a cure. There's more
Right.
money for treatment. Bullshit. Then why did they create this pill? Why did they create this pill then? They can make more money from giving you the drugs to keep you alive. Instead, they decided to make a pill to stop you from getting it. I'll wait for an argument.
But this has been 50 years in the making, right?
It doesn't
At
matter.
this point, no, you don't think at this point they're just like, hey, let's just give it to them.
Well, why stop there? Why not do it with cancer? Why not do it with
Maybe eventually they will.
That was my counter argument. Aren't those numbers way lower now than they were?
Well, they were high in the 80s because nobody was. They were
Yeah.
all barebacking that shit, Brokeback Mountain style,
Right.
just fuck you in the butt.
So they kind of missed their
Still
mark.
good as shit. I'm a fucker behind 7-Eleven. Raw dog, just in that butthole. Got AIDS. But yeah, things were different. Shit was rampant back then. You would slide in a mud pit or a mosh pit, and you might stick your dick in a dude. It was crazy. You know, things were nuts in the 70s. But now, obviously, HIV it's not a dead disease. It's out there. But if they have that, there's more money in the cure or the treatment than there is if you taking a pill for 30 days. Absolutely. I mean, the prescription for the pill is $1,100, $1,175. It sounds like a lot, right? Go look
30
up
days.
one shot of DZT. One shot is $92,000. So
And that does what?
that gives you T cell count. It gives you 2,500 T
Okay.
cells.
Okay.
Or they're like strong white blood cells that fight off infections.
So that's to keep you alive if you have HIV.
Yeah, the only difference between HIV and AIDS is a T cell count. Anything under 10,000, anything under 2,000, 2,500. Anything under X amount is AIDS. And then you could have AIDS tomorrow, HIV the next. And then you could not show up
Oh.
HIV if you have over 10,000. It'll show up not even in your system because it's too bombarded with healthy cells.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
That's
that.
why some people that are HIV, there's a guy in Germany. True story. Look it up. There's a guy in Germany that had HIV to AIDS, back to HIV to AIDS. Eventually, explain your science here. There's no more HIV or AIDS in the system. None.
He's got too many T cells now, so that everything
T
is
cell
fine.
count is 9,500. Why?
Wow.
And it does not show HIV. This is a true story. Well documented. Where did it go? There's no God, though. But where'd it go? Waiting on science to figure out the problem. Where'd it go?
Isn't it the same thing with Magic Johnson and his wife and the kids? Like they don't have HIV; they're his blood kids.
Who do you think did the testing for the PrEP?
Right. So it was him. So he's the one that. Okay.
I mean, look up the PrEP pill. That's your tester right there. That's your.
If it worked for Magic, it'll work for everybody else.
Yeah,
right?
it's do you believe in magic? Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
At the end of the day, that's awesome because it goes to show you that we're not stuck in a plateau of helping people, and it's not always about money, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
gives you
but-
it gives you the confidence boost that hey, people are still trying to help out, but we're not at that level where everybody could be helped out.
Well,
It's 200. I'm sorry. It's under 200, which is low. So under
I'm looking-
200, when my mom died, she had 2 T cells in her blood cell. Two.
Ooh.
What does a
So
normal person have?
up to 10,000. 10,000 to
Okay.
100,000, depending on how healthy you are.
Okay.
But so anything under 200 is AIDS. Above 200 is HIV. It's the only difference. I mean, there's some other things like organs, but that's the bare basic essentials. But you look at that T cell, that DZT or DB something that get 92 grand, or you could just take that pill for 30 days. Like if you know you're going to be fucking around,
Better safe than sorry. Yeah. It's like a morning. It's like taking for your period. Same concept.
birth control.
Birth control. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same concept.
I think in some cases it's not more like so there is an expiration on a patent for a drug or a cure or a medicine, right?
Yeah.
So if a company, if that expires, and other companies can make it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper,
They
the
are
company would go like,
So
let's cut this out because we're not gonna make the same profit anymore. And oh, by the way, we have a better cure or a better medicine here. Let's put that on the market.
So, fun story about that PrEP pill, right? That PrEP pill's been around for a while, and they have a patent on it. So when you do a patent, you say it includes this ingredient, this ingredient, this ingredient. It's heated up at this, and then we make this, right? Another company said, I see your patent. I like that. Now we're going to add one more thing to that, and we're going to make it extend instead of 30 days, 35 days. Guess what? Now we got a
New
patent
patent.
because we changed one ingredient. That's what they're doing. That's why there's 4 different companies that do the same shit. They're all adding different things to extend it another 5 days. Another 10 days, 12 days, 45 days. So, like that's what they're doing. They all you can't do that with a Blu-ray. You can't have a patent on a Blu-ray and be like, we're going to take that same Blu-ray player and make it play bigger discs. It's the same fucking technology, bro.
Right.
Stop fucking
Well, for
around.
medicine, you can.
Yeah, medicine, we're just going to add extra chemicals in there. There's one more in there. We put salt in it so it makes you hydrated. What the fuck? Yeah, it's just it's crazy, bro. But we always think that there's more money. Even with the vaping thing, that it makes more sense to keep people smoking, so they keep bringing up the bills. The doctors still have a job. The cancer's still there. There's just not enough of money to back this. That's the problem.
Well,
But even in its heyday,
and no.
Say again,
yeah.
Jones?
Well, yes and no. I don't know what America's plan is in general, but in Europe and then especially in the UK, their main focus is actually getting a complete generation that's not addicted to anything. So they want to abolish smoking and vaping and
What
have
about
a
drinking, then?
smokeless generation.
What about drinking?
Never gonna
they'll
go
keep
away.
that.
Get the
they'll
fuck
keep
out
that
of here,
because
bro.
it's a European pastime.
Yeah, like
It's a
what?
European pastime.
But if you abuse that, you kill people.
True,
You'll
that
never
works as
get
an
you'll never get a
escapism.
generation unless you raise them like that Mother movie, like that robot lady that breeds that child. Unless you do that, you ain't never gonna fucking have that. Sorry. They're gonna be
Well,
exposed by too many people that are addicted to something, or whether it's parents or friends or whatever. It's like saying you're gonna cut out social media. Okay,
Good luck.
okay.
Availability, right? As well.
What is it? Availability? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, but
What's so
I-
wrong with an addiction? What is so wrong with it? You're not hurting anybody. You're only hurting yourself. You want to eat fucking food and be a fat piece of shit? Go for it. You want to sniff fucking cocaine and have no septum? Go for it. Right? Like, who gives a shit what you want to do? As long as you're not hurting anybody, fuck it, bro.
Right,
Fuck
but
it.
then they'll turn around and say you're hurting yourself.
Who gives a shit? It's my fucking body.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but our system is different, right? Everyone is paying for the healthcare, so everyone gets a say. If everyone's
Yeah,
paying
there's your
their own
downside.
bills,
There's your downside of public health, right? That's a
Yep.
downside. But my argument is like when people say, oh, you shouldn't ride a motorcycle without a helmet. Why not? It's not safe. For who? For you. Don't worry about me. I don't tell you to drive your fucking car like a NASCAR guy with a fucking helmet on and a 3-point harness. Don't tell me I gotta wear it. There's a guy that has a job. His sole job is to pick up roadkill on the side of the fucking road. That is a legitimate job in Department of Transportation. Guess whose brains he's scraping off the fucking road if I die? Mine. That's his job. That's what he gets paid for. Worry about what he does, not what I do. Because what I do with
Don't
my
even
body
worry
is
about
none
what
of
he
your
does.
fucking business. Just like
I don't think I worry
transgender.
about
We don't
anything.
want to know. We don't want to know that you don't want a vagina today. Great. Keep it to yourself. Keep your own fucking business to yourself. Don't push it on anybody else. I don't tell people to ride a motorcycle with no helmet. I tell people if you look, you want to be safe? Yes. Fuck yeah.
Right.
Ride with gloves and pants and shit in 110 degrees weather and bake like a potato while you're sitting at a light. Go for it. But me, dude, I ride with no shoes, shorts, and a tank top on. That's it.
Nice.
I go down, I'm going to look like a fucking tennis ball that was dragged on a driveway for about 30 minutes. That's fine.
Pizza.
Bro, I don't give a shit. It's your life, bro. Just keep me out of it. You know, it's whatever. Whatever, dude. So many people.
the world will be already a better place if everyone just
Mind
minds
their
their own
business.
business.
That's it. That's it. Don't worry about what this person's going to fucking Mars for to find this resource. Don't worry about this war in this country. That shit'll all work itself out, man. If history has told us anything, there was no TV in the 1700s. You had to fucking attach a note to a pigeon's foot and fly that shit to UK. Say, hey, back the fuck up, right? You got to write a letter and hope it gets there. Then go back to that. Just no more TV, no more shit. You want to communicate with somebody? You got to get on a little 3-wheel bicycle and ride your ass all the way across country to deliver a letter. That's how we're going to communicate.
The postman.
I mean, it's
Fuck
not
the
bad.
postman. You're the postman. Better invest in a whole lot of fucking birds, bro.
Could you
I gotta
imagine?
send out 20 letters this week. This shit's about to go off. This pigeon gotta go to point A, drop this shit, pick this other pigeon up. Times are different, man.
Buy 30 pigeons just to send you a message. What's up, Jay? Then wait 15
I gotta
days.
wait a month and a half for me to go get another pigeon to deliver that? Bro,
Pigeon Express.
look, go
I haven't
back
talked
to...
to you in like a month. What's going on?
You gotta write like a papyrus, you know, it's gotta be the rollout shit.
Scroll.
Yeah, it can't be a little sticky note. You just wasted so much time for that. But if you go back to that old time, no problems, man. None. Everybody mind your own fucking business. If you stole from somebody, you suffered. Right? You talk back, you suffer. Go back to those times, it worked. But in modern society, it does not work, man. Everybody's worried about what this person's doing, how this person got where they're at, how they're successful, they're not. Put a fucking VR headset on and you could be whatever you want to be, man.
yeah.
That's it. I bet you we'd have a whole lot less transgenders.
Oh yeah.
Put a thing,
Yeah, it's
think
gonna
about
be
this.
cheaper.
You want a sex change, right? You put the shit on, You actually go underneath the knife,
That's it.
and you're awake. I bet you feel that shit. Well, I did VR transgender for 3 days. I'm glad I could take that off and reset. I'm a man, by the way. I'm drinking sandalwood for breakfast. Man's a man. That's
So
it.
you're saying a tryout, like a woman wants to become a man, and then you put it on VR, and you really let her experience what it's like to be a man. With
Oh,
with
yeah.
all the you have to be careful for this. You can't say that.
Hey.
Shit. If it was
That's what I'm-
ooh.
Yeah, bro, let's try it out. Let's give it a whirl. The name of the game is transgender. You know, like you start a game and you get to pick your face and shit, and you can pick what they're wearing. It's the same shit.
Could you imagine you put in all that work for your avatar, right? Just to spend 5 hours in a virtual bar getting rejected. That's just
But you know what though? Wouldn't that also backfire? Let's just say it backfires in the sense where you do this, right? You're in this game, you are this transgender, you picked out what you want, and you come back out and say, you know what? I really want this in my life. But then you realize that, hey, that's a lot of money, so I can look exactly like my avatar. It's not going to
Sounds
happen.
like
But what do you do?
No.
Ooh, I got it better. As you're picking the face, right? It takes a picture of your body and your face.
Yep.
Watch this. And you say, I want higher cheekbones. And your avatar's there, and you can modify it how you want. And as you do it, it's like you're in one of those simulator games. Like you add this upgrade, and then it shows how much the upgrade is. So if you raise your
right.
cheekbones, it says $2,400. You raise the other cheekbone, $4,800. Oh shit!
Yeah, but it's got to
I
be.
want some tits now. $26,000. We're at.
Yeah, but it's got to be based on your real body and your
Yes.
real face, and there is limits to it. Like
No,
you
no
can't look
limits.
Like, yeah, limits.
Limits
Like,
like surgery.
in reality, you could do surgery and look like this.
How about this? How about this? How about this? This is great for like a plastic surgeon. It's a thing that they give them, a little VR thing, and they could design. Takes up 360 of them, and they can design the waist, everything. And as you design it, when you hit confirm, it comes out of your bank account.
Ding.
You're like 5 deep, like shit, okay. And then you submit it. And then like you hit submit and it sends it to the plastic surgeon. You don't even have to do anything. This is what I want to look like. Okay, we could do this. Money's already taken out of your account. Let's get you under the knife. That's pretty badass. Why stop there? Women with fake tits, guys with bigger dicks, women with smaller clits, me with bigger shit.
But if you want them to experience the real gender change, and you can make him like choose an avatar that's a perfect 10, that's not really
Right.
experiencing it, right?
Right.
So if it's
And she-
unlimited,
No, I think I'm not saying this is fake. I'm saying this is real. Like you do all the modifications in the game. It's not really a game. It's more like design what you want. And when you hit submit, the plastic surgeon that gave you the VR headset has that all logged. Okay, we could do this because it's programmed that way. We could do this, and you already paid for it. So but there's no
and so-
you coming in with a marker, none of that shit. Just
so if you get the insufficient funds,
yeah.
let's cancel the after
You
later.
are broke. We have to fix only one eyelid. No,
Sorry.
sorry. The one
Like in the
side is
supermarket.
like Two-Face from one face is all fucked up. The other half is great. Yes, we'll get the rest next week.
just pay with Face ID, Apple Pay. Boom.
There it is.
But you're changing your face. You gotta.
You just do it
No,
sideways.
you're paying before you change it.
Got it.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
doable.
VR could go. I don't know. VR could go. Look at Brie when she does the Beat Saber, man. She is sweating her ass off, like dripping. And you look at it and you're like, oh, that's not going to be that hard to smack this shit. Okay, try it. Try it for
It
3
looks
minutes.
difficult enough.
You're going to be like, my God, bro, I'm sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is this shit. Like, this is all you're doing. Okay.
I was thinking yesterday. Imagine if you do those with those wrist weights on or something. So you add weight to that. That would
Like
be
a resistance.
oh,
Oh, you'd be jacked, bro. You'd be jacked in a weekend. Yeah, just ripped.
Just lifting TVs left and right.
running from the cops.
And you're running
You
in
realize,
place.
like in real life, if you ever get pulled over, you actually can't run because you've tried it in the game. Just give up, bro. I've seen you play this 5 times. You never win. Like just
Here's my
This is what's
paperwork.
gonna
Here's my
happen,
driver's
right?
license.
Yeah.
Here you go.
whole lot less crimes.
This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have this smart guy. He's gonna get pulled over in real life. You don't have me. Puts on his VR, gets shot.
Let me load this up real quick. Hold on. Let me play. I know I've been through this scenario before.
So then he's going to say I couldn't see you because I was too busy with the VR set.
You remember PlayStation had this thing where it was early, maybe PlayStation 3, where it was like a meeting ground where all the people that played, kind of like Second Life, where they would meet.
Oh,
Avatars.
Yeah, home. Yeah, they would meet and kind of hang out. And I don't know.
Congregate.
What if in VR you could do that? Jordan could put his headset on. I put my headset on. We're just fucking hanging out, walking around the mall. And
Yeah.
that,
Well,
that
that's how
was
I
the original
that's how I
concept.
pictured VR to be.
That was the original concept for home. So,
But what happened?
It would be it. There was no money and nobody was interested in. Like the idea was, you meet up with other people, right? Oh, you want to play this game? You go physically to a location. Then all of you load in that game and you go multiplayer. Or I want to see a movie. You go to a virtual theater in that place, and then you both load up that movie and you stream it. That
So
was
too
the idea,
soon.
but
So too soon,
too
Jack.
soon and too soon. Yeah, there was no VR involved. It was just a digital.
But now that they have
playground.
VR, why not relaunch that with VR?
Well, all the game systems had something similar to that. Like especially when the Wii came out and it was, you actually had to do something with the Nintendo Wii, and then later on when Microsoft came out with the Kinects or whatever it was called, with the camera that it watches everything that you do, so you could do it. So it's like I feel like every company has put some sort of money into some sort of funding for VR, and now everybody's got all this pool of knowledge.
Yeah,
of
but
what
they
VR is.
all did it too soon, right? That's the same thing with like
Right.
vaping or electric cars. Electric cars were out in the 1900s before gas
Right.
cars, right? Like it was too soon. And now Apple's like, now's the time.
Right. So
Now-
you put all the Lego pieces together to create that thing
Yeah.
that you want to do.
But again, you have to wait until you reach a certain level of technology or innovation.
Sure.
Because the old VRs, you put that thing on your head, and after 10 minutes, you had a splitting headache because
Right.
you were looking at pixels. And,
Right.
but now the screens are much better.
Oh my
so
God.
that's enticing.
So
the
immersive.
computing power is much higher, so you can make it more like
Still
reality.
heavy though. It's still heavy on your head. It's still
But that's going to change as well.
yeah. I like the PlayStation one is great graphics, looks good, but it makes you sweat. It's got padding, it's got no fans. The Apple one's got fucking cooling built into it.
So it's
I
like
don't
every
see
single
people
time-
ever taking them off.
Right. So it's like every single time somebody creates something, the other person is like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we could take that idea,
Yup.
make it better,
Yup.
and eventually, in a few
Yup.
years, we're all going to have something that we're all going to like."
It's like
Like,
MacBook with the M1 chip. They said, look, this is going to be fast, but everybody that buys it is a beta tester. That's exactly what you didn't know it, but that's what you did. Good
And
job.
a year later, the M2 came out.
Yeah. So that's fine. But now you're gonna have a company that's gonna come out. I feel like there's gonna be a thing that's only gonna do VR games. That's all that they're gonna do, and they're not gonna rely on PlayStation. They're not gonna rely on Xbox. It's gonna be its own thing with its own VR, and people are gonna buy into that shit. And the amount of money that's gonna be in that field is gonna be unreal. Unreal.
Doesn't Oculus trying to do that
That's the
already.
Facebook one. Oculus is the Facebook one, isn't it? Doesn't Meta
Isn't that
own
Meta? Meta Oculus?
Meta is Facebook. Meta is Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one we were watching. Someone because Bree wants to do this with VR. So it's VR inside of VR. So she'll put the headset on to play Beat Saber, right? And then there's another VR thing that is behind her. So she's in a green box, and she's in the game, and you see her feet. So you'd have to have the open access, but Facebook does this where you have open API. And you can literally, it's like you're in the game with them watching the stream, which is crazy.
Oh, I see what you're
So
saying.
there's a person, pretend like you have a VR headset on and you're
Right.
in there and you see everything they see when they look around. And you can see to the left, the right, the floor, where their hands are. But
So it's like basically, you're basically like when you play your games, right? And everybody's watching you play your games on TV. Instead of doing that, they're with you watching it while you're doing it,
yes.
right?
But then they see me in the best way I can
Right.
explain. So you never watch Brie do Beat Saber. So Beat Saber, she sits there and then she beats these things up, right? There's another camera that would be behind her that would see her butt, her fat ass, and her arms moving, and the feet. Now, the only way you could see the feet with the VR is if you look down or look to the left. They're there, but this VR has all that loaded already and places you in it. So it's like, the best example, if you watch me play World of Tanks, I'm the one driving the tank. Like, I'm in a
More
tank
passenger.
physically driving the tank, and I'm the gunner, and you're right behind my shoulder.
Yeah.
No, I've seen the videos.
That's crazy, bro. Like, you want to talk about
Especially
VR.
with the Beat Saber thing, it looks really cool.
So you've seen it where it's like a VR in a VR in a VR. It's, whoa, bro.
I couldn't figure it out how
It's
they're
basically
doing
a
it.
green box with another VR headset. That's it. Best way to explain it.
Well, Apple is going that route almost already, right? With the 3D.
Adding a
VR
couch to the
goggle.
room.
Because you
That's
have the
big.
thing where you build your avatar and other people see your avatar or your face, because if you're in a meeting and it's a regular camera, you're going to see just people with the stuff on their heads. So they're already nudging towards.
Yeah, where they create your face based off the cameras inside, so they can't tell whether you have the face mask on or not. That's wacky, bro. Like, that's... So that means that if we go out and about and there's 20 people all have this on, we all see them without it on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo. What?
Yep. I think it would be cool.
What?
I mean,
Yo, what? Okay, and then when you take it off, they look the same. So it doesn't matter whether it's on or it's off.
It's weird technology because
no more fishing.
Kind of if you go a step further with that and you program the goggles to eliminate certain objects so you can't see them anymore, that would be also possible.
Not only that, what if you show up for a blind date and you really don't like what showed up? You can change that.
Yeah, you could just pretty blue eyes.
I gotta take a phone call real quick.
And you load up the settings. Let me dial you in. Let me adjust the tracking. There we go. All right, continue.
So you
Or
were saying,
even better, the VR, like you were saying, Matthew, is in your head, and then you open up your phone, and then you program that, tap that in, put the phone down. Now you see that.
Yep.
Oh, then it becomes like that Jack Black movie.
Shallow Hal,
Yes.
oh yeah,
where all that woman is like a will.
Ooh, muffin.
Wait, isn't that Cameron Diaz?
No, that's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Paltrow, yeah.
Both. Oh, she made the vagina candle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you buy that?
No,
Why
not
not?
for that money. But not that kind of money.
No. You don't want your
That's
room
why
to
it's-
smell like sex?
See,
Then you do it yourself and
that's
have
the
it.
problem with an online store, right? if you go retail, then you could go in just, yeah, it's not for me, and just leave
Right.
the scent.
Bro, I don't know. There's some vaginas I would not want to re-smell again. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can't, and the problem is with women, all vaginas are different scents, right? We all know this. We've all eaten a vagina. So some would be more pleasant than others. But the
Right.
problem is with the vagina candle, okay? Vaginas, look, you take the same person. No offense, ladies. You take the same person over a 30-day stretch. Your vagina might smell the same for 3 days out of that 30. Depending on what you did today, whether you went hiking with Chris, whether you made a meatball sandwich, your vagina might smell different. So when did you capture that smell to make that candle? That's my question. Is this day 1 of period, or is this day 8 of exercise? You know, like, what's like with
But
men's
there's
jizz? If we made a candle, you just gotta make it chlorine. That's it.
But then at the same time, though,
The whole house smells like a fucking pool. Great.
It
That's
can
same
very well
time, though-
be. It can very well be just clean vagina because there's just soap
But that's
smell.
the only one. She only has one vagina smell. I know your vagina. I feel like if I saw, so it's Gwyneth Paltrow. If I saw her in real life, I'd be like, look, can I do a scratch and sniff real quick? I want to make sure that it's not false advertisement on that candle, because I smell this candle and it's sweet and luxurious. I feel like your vagina smells like cream cheese and waffles. So let me scratch and see what's up.
Do you think everyone got ripped off, and everyone that lighted the candle was like, this just smells
What?
like sandalwood?
how much
What
was
do you
it?
what do you think it smells like, though? Do you really think it smells like vagina?
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think it's gonna smell like some really expensive, weird soap.
What if it does smell like vagina, though, bro? Like, because vagina is not. It's not like disgusting.
Yeah, but,
But
it's
it's-
a unique smell.
Yeah, it's not
unique
something I'd be
smell
like,
personally.
I'll take a vagina chicken parm. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would eat something on my plate that smelled like vagina, like a food.
Yeah. And in what instance would you light that candle to set a mood, like in the bedroom?
Maybe if
I
you're
mean-
gonna jerk off, you're gonna masturbate.
Oh,
Right? That kind of goes into the VR, but not right. Like you're allowing to set a scent, so you kind of put yourself in a place. Maybe play Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't even know what movie she's been in.
So you know what it smells like? At least the website says that it smells like. It
Is
smells
vagina?
like- no, geranium, citrusy bergamot, and cedar.
Okay.
Ugh.
First off, when I
Does it
smell
smell like-
vagina, I don't think of a tree. Okay, so let's just get that. Let's get the cedar out of the way, and then I don't think of
Bergamot?
flowers. If you smell a douche, you might smell that, but
Yeah.
so
maybe
it
the
doesn't.
soap
Smell,
that
but
they
why
use.
does it say her
Luxurious.
vagina scent? So you're saying her vagina smells like a forest?
that's luxurious
Apparently.
and expensive.
That doesn't make no sense.
No.
That smells like she just went hiking.
But why not? Why stop there? Why not make a?
Jizz candle.
Yeah, like why didn't Brad Pitt
Chlorine.
come out with fucking underball smell? Just
Sweaty
Well,
balls candle.
bro, you like that shit? Ain't nobody coming in the house. It's a wrap. Like that's the vomit
It
room.
smells like burned hair and sweat. What is this?
Well, why not make a vomit candle? They do it with jelly beans. Just like witches' testicles, you know, like. Fish
Apparently, with
scribble.
with the interview that she had with, I think Kimmel, she said that although she had been kidding, Paltrow said Little ran with the idea and made the candle for her. So it wasn't exactly her idea to do it. She was just joking around, saying like, "Hey, imagine having a candle that smells like my pussy." So somebody who was in the candle business said, "Hey," and that's where they came up with the idea of using these things to say that it smells like vagina.
Okay, but
in reality, it doesn't.
So it's not like someone took a swab test of her vagina.
No.
And, see, that would be better. That like
Right.
remember
That would
when
be
I got
more
that
expensive.
pussy drink?
Authenticity.
Well,
The
remember when I
drink.
bought the pussy drink? I thought that was
Yeah.
gonna taste like pussy. I was
Nope.
like, this is gonna be an experience. Whose pussy does it taste like? And Sure enough, it just tasted like a fucking like a raspberry or
Wouldn't that
asberry.
be weird? Wouldn't that be weird? You open the can and just like, I've tasted her before. I know this
I
person.
know this smell from anywhere. That's Julie, isn't it? That's fucking Julie from Spotswood, New Jersey. I know that person.
Good for her for starting her own business.
That's
Good
nice.
for her. Well, you could do other candles as well. Uncut jammies for the Europeans.
Bro, there are some, like, do they make fresh cut grass candles?
I
Probably.
think so.
They have to.
Probably.
You have grass
I mean,
candles.
you could do like shit
They do.
poop, like Mexican poop candle.
Mexican poop.
It's spicy yet smelly.
Oh, bro, like jalapenos with tacos.
So it kind of stings the eyes as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, that would
shit.
be bad. Stop.
And you
I'm
know when
already
you light a
thinking.
candle is when like that first initial smells. Oh wow, that's robust. You're not ready for this. It's like you have to light it with one of those extension lighters. You gotta go 20 feet out of the room. I'm gonna light this for you, smell it, and then blow it out immediately.
Oh. And you make the candle so when it's not lit, you buy the candle, you smell it, it smells kind of good. But then the moment you light it, the
It's
asshole
like
scent
the best
comes
way to
out.
explain that would be hair, right? Shampoo hair is all luxurious and pretty until you start on fire and there's real hair in the candle.
But that's the thing, though. It's like when you go into these stores and you smell the candles, they smell amazing. But then when you go home with that candle, you're like,
Who
this
the
doesn't
fuck you
smell
go
like-"
buy candles?
I have.
You're half a fag.
Why?
Because you're
Not,
buying
my-
candles.
not by
wait.
myself. Not by myself.
Jay,
It's
I've
even
gotten-
worse if you say you bring someone along with you.
No. I went to the mall with exes, plenty of exes, where we've gone to the mall, and she was like, "Oh, let's go to Bed and Body, or whatever the fuck. it's
Bed
called.
Bath
I'm
and
gonna help
Beyond.
you out.
Sure, that
I'm gonna
one.
help you
And-
out, Spade. Was this
Hold on.
around the time
Stop.
after the
Stop.
shootout?
Because
were
all you want to do is
emotional,
just make
you
fun of me,
needed a-
and you don't want to hear anything. So anyway, the point I'm making is that anybody who has gone to a mall with their girlfriend and has never walked into one of those stores is lying or is afraid to walk into a store like that. So
Okay.
yes, I have walked into a store like that, and it does smell like that. And when we got back to her place and she lit it up, it smelled nothing like what we originally smelled.
But hold on. I've been in a Victoria's Secret with a woman, and most
Right.
men
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. I don't have a problem with that. But a candle, I swear to God, I have never went into a candle place with a woman. I feel like as I step through that doorway, my masculinity is right back at the doorway with my manhood. It's just all gone. There's something about
I've
going
been there.
around smelling fucking candles that's just, oh wow. What
Well,
they
the whole
should
time I'm
do
sitting there like this.
is have a scratch and sniff with all of them.
Well, no,
You
because
do
you
have that
they
with
don't have a
cheaper
cover.
candles.
Don't
don't
you,
have
when
a
you buy the
cover.
candle, it's in a glass thing, right?
Yeah.
No, because they have the testers where they don't have the top on. So
Oh,
you
they have
just take that one-
testers?
Well, it's not a tester. It's just an open package that doesn't have the cover on it. So you just take that one, then you take off the top, and you smell it, and you don't like it, you close it, and go on to the next one.
That's because Jess Pedro's a bitch. And also, that's because, Tony, you're a bitch. That's why you men go into the candle stores. You guys are fucking half a bitch.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You
When
go
I
in the
eventually-
candle store too.
No, when I eventually do get a VR, that's gonna be my first experience. I'm gonna go to a candle shop.
You're going into the candle store. I might go in VR because ain't nobody gonna know that I went in.
That's
You know
why.
what I mean?
That's why.
That's it. I feel like let the men go to like the Bass Pro fishing shop. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. The
With your
fuck-
luck, there's gonna be an algorithm that knows that you
Oh,
went
God.
into the candle store, and it's gonna keep recommending candle stores to you for the rest of
Speaking
your
of
VR.
algorithms,
My luck is I'm gonna put the shit on. It's gonna put midgets in the candle store. Fuck. And
speaking
they're
of
all gonna look
algorithms-
like Cameron Diaz. Oh my God! Take it off.
Oh no.
It's coming
Or a
off.
So-
candle that smells
since-
like midgets.
Oh, gee.
since you brought up algorithms, the other day Jay mentions Timu, right? every goddamn advertisement on YouTube now is Temu. Everywhere I go, anywhere my phone is.
Ever since I mentioned it.
Ever since you fucking mentioned Temu, I've seen nothing but Temu commercials on YouTube.
That is weird, bro.
Oh.
That is fucking weird, man.
Oh,
That
but
is
I'll
weird.
give you one better. Being Jay's friend, the midget thing is it transfers because I've had midgets.
Shut up.
I think yeah, I'm not kidding.
Shut
and
up.
I think it's purely, I've never researched midgets like that, so it's probably because I'm
Good.
on your friend list.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Good. If I gotta go through it, so do you.
Everybody.
Let me tell you something. I hope you go on Facebook and you delete it, because now, bro, it's even worse. I feel like me hitting show less showed me more. I can log on right now. Guarantee you, first video, midget.
See, everyone in chat is saying they've been overwhelmed with Temu advertisements.
What the? So is it scanning what we're saying, and then
I've only
But
had
that doesn't make sense though, because like when I listen to you, I either have my headphones on or I'm in the truck, right? When I'm driving.
yeah, but
So-
you're logged in under an account, listening to me talk about it.
Oh, but possible.
I only had it happen to me once, and it was me making a joke about diarrhea. And the next 2 months, I had like advertisements for medicine,
Diarrhea
against
medicine?
diarrhea.
Wait, are you
That's the only
serious?
thing.
You guys are now getting the fucking Temu ads.
No, I don't.
Okay.
And no midgets.
Look, Drewster, Don.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fucking weird, bro. That is, I don't know. It's like they're listening in and then recommending anybody logged in. Wow. Yeah.
I'm gonna check if I
I'm
get
not
scented
kidding.
candles.
I'm not
Yeah, now if
kidding
we
about
start getting fucking, well, we're on Twitch, so you might be fine. Well, I don't know. Wait, the Temu?
No, you said the
ad-
Temu. You said it in Twitch.
on Twitch.
The Temu
Yeah.
thing you said in Twitch.
Yo,
You said it yesterday or Friday. You said it.
I don't know.
When were you
Yeah,
saying the
yesterday. I
electronics
think.
thing? Yesterday.
Yeah,
so
that's
then
that's crazy.
nothing but.
Do you click on anything?
No, like the advertisement
Yeah.
wise, no. I just click skip ad. That's the only thing I click.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do
Why?
Because they're gonna recommend it again. Like they're gonna give
Oh.
you more. They're gonna get more. If
You
it
would
works
think if
anything
you
like they
skip it-
cancel the midgets, forget it. It's like
Show me later.
they're torturing me. Let me see how many fucking midgets we can send this guy before.
You know
he
what
logs.
annoys me the most is that you're searching for something. Like let's say I'm searching for a 143, right? I'm
Uh-huh.
searching for a 143, and then all of a sudden I'm at a different website, and the advertisement for that website is nothing but the 143. It's like I know I was searching for that. Why are you giving me advertisements of things that I searched for? You should be giving me advertisement of things that I haven't searched for, so that way that can make me say, "Ooh,
Because
that's a
I
good idea.
know
I'm gonna
that it
buy
was in your log. So check this. Let me play a system for you. Last night, logged off. I was on the computer looking at Ubiquity server rack to put inside of the garage. Just replace the Dreamo, whatever, because I don't have 10 gig ports. It's another story in itself. So I log on this morning on a totally unrelated device. So I did it on the iMac Pro in Safari in a private browser window, because that's how I do the searching. So I don't get that shit, right? I log on while I'm shitting downstairs on Chrome on the iPhone. Guess what I'm recommended? Exactly what is in my cart upstairs on a private window.
Mhm.
What the fuck, bro? Like,
Yep.
how? That's a different computer, privately unlogged in. I'm on a Chrome device downstairs. Why are
You're
you
not-
recommending that?
You're not privately locked in then. Theoretically, you are because you clicked on private browser.
Tab
but in
says
reality-
private tab. So,
Right.
I don't know how
But
much
you're
more
not.
private you want it to be. Like,
You're really not. They tell you they
I mean,
give
it
you
don't
the
bother
illusion.
me, but all
I
you're
don't
doing
care.
is taunting me. It's like, hey, man, remember the shit you left in your cart 6 months ago? That Homer Simpson dildo? Are you ready to check out now? What the
What
fuck?
about things But what about things that you've already paid for? You've already bought that item.
They don't show up.
And they're still. No.
No.
For me, they
No.
still show up.
Then
They
you buy it
still
from the
show
wrong.
up.
You gotta buy it from that link. You gotta click that link and buy it from the link.
So they could get.
No.
They could get.
Then they're like, oh, okay, it worked. Cool. What's the next thing you're searching for? You know what you do?
Because
Get something that you don't like. Log on with like a Commodore 64 or like an old
Yes.
computer that does not have internet, and you have
like
to
45 minutes to do
buy
it.
something. Or, okay, where are we at? Where I'm telling you guys stories. 3 hours. Check this out. You guys know I love stressless chairs, right? Stressless chairs. So we're setting up the 1-to-4 room, getting it ready. Got the track ready, got the fan ready to go. Now I got to get the table made, a rock and rolling. So yesterday, start talking to Bree about chairs. You know what shows up on my fucking shit? Stressless chairs. I didn't even type it in yet. Like, this is not even on. I just said it out loud. And it's like, hey, we got this stressless chair. I realized how much these chairs are. Like, especially this one. If you look up the Magic stressless chair, this ain't no fuck around. But it's worth it. I'm not trying to get you guys to spend, half a 10K on a chair or anything. I'm just saying that I've had this chair now for like 8 years and it's still brand new. Like, when I sit in it, my ass never goes numb. Fuck those gamer chairs. You guys got the gamer chairs. You don't know what a chair is. So yesterday, I log on, right? And I find the stressless chair. Brie likes the wing chair the best. So I get recommended the ad, and I click it, and sure enough, they have that chair in stock, but I can't find it anywhere else but the ad that was clicked. How, bro? How, bro? You listen.
They know you wanted that. So they're covering their tracks from other websites, so that way you could buy from just that one
You
website.
got that bot searching for what I said to find it in stock, and then give me the link for the one that's in stock? Wow. That's pretty good. That's
Easily tested. If you kind of, let's say, a ham radio or something like that. If you were to repeat that ham radio like 10, 15 times in the span of a day, chances
pick it
are
up.
you're going to get commercials for ham radios.
Yeah. Great. Now everybody's gonna have commercials.
I
for
mean, it
ham
doesn't
radio.
freak me out. It's just
I find it annoying.
it freaks you out,
Especially-
Jordan? Really?
A little bit.
Why? It's not like you're saying look for child popo. You know what I mean? It's not like
Right.
you're doing
No, you don't say that. You don't say
No.
that.
Well, I definitely don't say that. Are you saying you do say that?
No. No. I'm just saying the fact that it's constantly listening, regardless of what you're saying, makes me want to pull out
cares?
everything.
Who cares? Like who cares? Who cares?
It's not like you're doing anything bad. You're not doing
Yeah,
anything
I mean,
bad.
it's okay. So they're listening.
But
That's the
now,
downside of
we're
having
not doing
tech.
anything bad now with it. It's an easy switch. It all starts out positive.
You're
There's
one of those
multiple things.
people. You're one of those people that are scared of robots and AI.
Oh no,
it's-
none of that. It's just now it's hey, don't you want to buy this? The people that are on this panel won't be affected by it. It's the simple-minded people that get shaped by commercials and all that stuff. I'm not going to give in, but if you repeat a message long enough to people that are susceptible for it, they're gonna change their behavior. That's what I'm thinking about, not us.
Ooh, I just thought of something. Imagine you got a chip in your head and there's commercials all the time.
Just
Oh, you gotta pay for the yearly membership, bro. You're gonna need to pay for this.
I gladly pay that. Gladly.
You have the basic. Sorry, you're gonna get the commercial.
You
every
got the
15
basic
minutes.
kit. You got the $29.9. You got the $29.999 fucking version, the 30K version. You want no commercials? You gotta pay $60K or the
Yeah.
upgraded package.
Because
Imagine
in this
you're sitting
scenario,
there.
Jay
Go ahead,
just
Jordan.
altered everything. He gave her bigger tits, gave her different hair. He customized everything. They're getting it going. 30-second ad.
You know what's
right in the middle of it.
You know what's crazy is they come out with this chip, right? And your girl's like, "Ooh, I want this," and you think that's because she wants like pocketbooks and shit. Meanwhile, she dresses you up so you got the 6-pack, and she always thinks you're sexy, and she tells you you're sexy, but in reality, you're really fucking hideous. So she needs the chip to stay with you. Oh, oh God, your
Well,
your
she's not
ego
hurting
just went
anyone.
right down the drain, man. I
But
mean,
then divorces wouldn't be happening though with that theory.
you think more
If-
divorces happen because of how people look?
Well, not because of the way
I think
people
it's
look, but
more
because of the.
people.
Well, yeah,
They
because
change.
it's change, right?
Quite
So if
shallow,
you change,
no? I mean, that's why I've got my divorces. But
so
I mean, generally speaking, that's a little
doesn't-
shallow, no?
the first thing you noticed about that person, you saw how they looked, right? So that's the first
My
thing you
problem
saw.
was before I could see your pussy, now I have to move shit over and blow baby powder in the direction to figure out where the hole is. That's a problem for me. If I have to play hide and seek or Where's Waldo with your vagina hole, I'm out. Right? I'm not trying to play a fucking game to get my fuck on.
But I would agree with
saying.
Spade that there is an initial attraction maybe, but for staying together, there's other factors.
Right.
Yeah.
It adds up. It adds up. Everything adds up to the person that you're with, whether it's how they
If
talk,
it's
what they
really-
do.
If it's really
Problem
that
is
bad, just light up a candle.
A vagina.
A goop. Or what was it called? Shit. I think it was
Yeah,
called goop.
horrible name.
I don't know if I'd agree that a lot of people get divorces over looks. I don't know about that. Because most people would be like, I love her regardless of how she looks. I bet you loved her more when she was riding that dick like a cowboy. I bet you did.
Yeah,
So-
sex.
Yeah, don't tell me no. Because if that's the case, look, they say, and this is true, man, that what, 95% of a relationship is based off of sexual intercourse. That's a fact, Jack. That has been studied. So if you can manage to survive without sex, you're in that 5 percentile bracket or 15 percentile bracket. And
The lucky ones.
yeah,
No,
but you're jerking off. You're doing something to remove.
Counteract. Yeah.
Yeah.
you say the lucky ones, but there that remaining 5%, there's a big percentage of that are just the couples who are living next to each other.
Yeah,
She has
Oh,
affairs,
no.
he has affairs, and they don't
No.
care, and they stay
I meant-
together.
I
Yeah.
meant they're lucky because they're probably the rich ones that don't give a shit about anything else and they just have so much money.
Oh, I don't think it's the rich ones. Oh, no. I think it's the less rich ones. The rich ones are like, I'm going to go get me a new girl, get a lawyer up, divorce this bitch. I don't think the rich ones are like, yeah, she could go cheat. Unless they think of she going to take half my shit. So
Right.
I just
Unless
keep
it's the other way around, Jay. If it's the other way around, if you have a guy with power, influence, and a lot of money, the woman is gonna probably not care that he
Oh, yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah. Agree.
because she
I
wants
agree.
to keep the financial stability and she wants the power and
Sure. You're willing to sweep that underneath the table because he comes home to you, so that's fine. Even if he doesn't come
Yeah.
home, you get to drive to work in your Lamborghini, so that's fine. You know, it's
better to cry in the rolls, right?
yeah.
That
Always.
is the next
Always.
step, right? I
What's that?
Spade said it with the
Oh.
chip. Now, if you cheat with your virtual partner,
Is it really cheating?
You know how many fights there'd be, bro, if you start putting on a VR headset every time you get into an argument? That VR headset's gonna get crushed in about fucking 13.
Yep.
Because women pick up laundry baskets and throw them at you, so you can imagine what she's gonna do with that VR headset.
But then you can turn around and be like, okay, here's your VR headset and you do the same thing. See? Simple.
so you're getting the angry sex, but you're just not doing it to each other.
See,
Right,
Nice.
exactly.
What Tony said in chat. See, why are people so scared to say that? Like what? It's like Brie, where she gets this thing. She gets all these balls, and she just wants to say all these things to people, but she never actually executes it. Why do people go in a relationship? And this is one thing that holds people off: is I'm not going to tell her because it'll hurt her feelings. Okay, but you not telling her is going to make her wonder or think everything's okay. You're living the life of a lie. You're okay, you love the person. You don't want to hurt their feelings. So Brie made, listen, true story. Do you guys not want me to tell a story?
Go ahead.
Oh, tell her.
So true story. Brie tries to make dinner every night. Every night. She tries hard, man. And my heart goes out to her because she does it every night. And it's commendable. Raw, from scratch. So the other night, I smell what's cooking. I'm like, wow, it smells delicious. Now, she put a lot of time in this, 2.5 hours, 3 hours to make this meal. And I'm waiting for it to come out of the oven. I have no idea what it is. And she puts it on my plate. Immediately depressed. I dislike this greatly. It reminds me of poor people food. But she spent a lot of time in this, and I champed up. You're probably wondering what it is. Wait for it. You'll get it when I say it. And it's all nice. It's all decorative and shit. I said, oh, okay, I'll try to eat this. And she's like, what's wrong? I said, nothing. And I didn't want to hurt her feelings because I know she spent 3 fucking hours on this. And it looked good. And then she opens up the bowl. There's like fresh corn, like with the like butter. It's nice. And then there's like biscuits and shit. It looks nice. Everything looks good except for what's on my plate. So I'm like, how am I going to eat this shit? And how am I not going to make a face as I eat this because I know I don't like this? How Bree does not know that I don't like this, I don't fucking know. Bree knows everything about me. So I stick my fork in it. And I'm trying to get the meat off the bone. I'm already pissed off because I know what color the meat's going to be. So I get the meat off the bone, and it's all fucking cartilage.
Ugh.
And I'm like, God. And I'm not saying anything. And I'm letting it cool off. And I'm like, ooh, there's corn. I'm eating fucking corn. I'm like, there's biscuits. I'm like avoiding everything that's on my plate right now. Except for like the side shit. And I'm like, man, I could just eat this corn forever. So I go back to the plate and it's cooled off now. I'm stuck. Shit. So I'm starting to, now my eyes are watering like a dick in the rain. Can anybody guess what it is so far? Nobody. That's fine. I'll get there. So I pull it off, right? And I'm like, okay, that looks edible. And I go to chew it. And of course, when I bite into it, it's a hard piece of cartilage. And I'm like, fuck.
Chicken?
It's a drumstick. It's a drumstick. And I hate drumsticks. I don't like dark meat, number one. So that's a thyroid drumstick. I'll eat a drumstick from KFC because they use acid to rip the fat off in the cartilage. When you get them from the grocery store, they still have cartilage in it, like the knuckles and shit. Yeah. So I try to rip the meat, and then it's a big piece of dark meat, and I fucking despise. I would rather have sex with Cameron Diaz than eat a piece of dark meat chicken. Okay, I'll have a banana sundae before I have dark meat chicken. I despise it. So I'm working my way through it. Fine, I got the cartilage away from it, and I chew it, and I try to swallow it, and God, is it hard, bro. It's like eating the bottom of a shoe. So I said, okay, and then to wash it down with some more corn and biscuits, and then I flip it over, and I try to pick it up. I take another bite. Fine, it's all good. She's like, the other ones, now I'm not saying anything. I'm just, just manning up about it. And I said, did you get any other meat or is it all drumsticks? She's like, no, it's all drumsticks. Like it was a good thing. I'm like, oh, woot. So she's like, I had to put the other ones. Now pay attention here, ladies that cook. She's like, I had to put the other ones back in there because they weren't heating up. They were taking too long to reach the temperature. So when she brings it out to me on the rack, they're big drumsticks. The problem is with big drumsticks is there's more fucking fat. When there's fat and cartilage in chicken, it takes longer to heat up inside because the cartilage has to heat up before the meat does. Okay, because that cartilage is around that meat. So underneath that cartilage, that meat will not cook. So when she puts it on my plate, it's a fat one. And I know that fat ones have even more fucking cartilage. But I'm trying to champ up because she spent 3 hours. I don't want to hurt her feelings because I know she slaves over the stove. So I pick it up. My first fucking bite, nothing but cartilage. So I pull it off, and it's like hanging off like a finger, and it's hard, and like a nipple. It's just gross. And I look at Brie and I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you make this?" I'm not trying to hurt her feelings, but I'm angry because I can't eat any of this. I'm like, "Why would you make this?" And then she used the dry rub, and I said, "I'm willing to bet right now." This is gonna get flagged. I said, "I'm willing to bet right now the recipe that you pulled this up online was a black person, number one." I said, because I don't know anybody that puts a dry rub and barbecue sauce onto a wing or a leg. You would do this with...
I thought it was one or the other.
That's it. You do one or the other. And she's like, that recipe called. No. You don't do both. You pick one. You can do both, but it was too spicy. But I can get past the spicy part if there was no cartilage, right? Because the spice is going to be on the kind of the top layer of the chicken. But every fucking bite that I had was all cartilage. Every fucking bite. I spit it out of my mouth. I don't like doing this. I spit it out of my mouth. I dumped it. I can't eat any of this. This is the worst thing you ever fucking made. And of course she felt bad. Of course she did. But if I didn't tell her, she would make that shit.
No.
And then what? And now I'm stuck with fucking garbage again for food.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
if you don't tell her that she's gaining weight and she's not getting fat,
You need to have honesty in your conversations, so that way you guys could both be on the same page. Without talking to each other about everything, she's going. If you turn around and tell her no, you don't look fat, or she tells you no, you don't look fat, you're just lying to each other, and at the end, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So you need to be honest and upfront and say, "Hey, I don't like this. Okay, so we'll change it, and from now on, we won't make
but
this anymore."
Bree had thought that I liked the legs because I made them here. But when I made those legs outside on a barbecue, I could burn off cartilage.
Right.
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 You can't do that in an oven. It's not
No.
fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same.
Right. So I can't. And she had thought that I liked it because I made it. She'll never make them again. But if you don't tell somebody a problem, it's never going to.
How are they going to know? How are they going to know?
Right. So I don't know why people get so offensive over weight. I know I'm a fatty. I don't mind that when Brie fucks me, I look like a marshmallow. I don't. I mean, will I fix it? If she said to me, Jay, look, I don't find you attractive anymore. Okay, let me fix that. Would it hurt? Absolutely, it will hurt. Absolutely.
But you get over it, though.
But you did it.
Right.
Yeah, and not saying that something's wrong will get harder and harder and harder as time progresses. Because the first time second time, it's up to here, and you're still not saying it. And the third time, it's up to here, and you're still not saying it because you should have said it the first time. And then it keeps going like that. I mean,
eventually you'll start arguing and yelling at each other over something that's so nonsense, right?
That's it.
Like it could be something stupid, and why are you guys arguing and fighting about something that's so simple? So it's
arbitrary.
like just right. So just just say it, and then that's it. Done deal.
I don't know. It seems like when you talk to a woman about her weight,
well, because women have always been
conscious.
Well, yeah, they're weight conscious on it because everyone says that, oh, you need to look like this in order to have this kind of a healthy relationship. You don't need anything. If you and that person are happy with the way you guys are, then that's it. And just be honest with each other and tell them what it is that, this is bothering me. So tell them.
I think the argument is you don't want to see something you love get hurt. Here, Matthew,
right. At the same time, you need to say these things.
Oh, hold on, Booster Seat. Matthew, you have a son, so I don't know if it's going to be quite the same. So when Air was young, I would have to watch the doctor give her vaccines or shots. Her crying would make me so mad, like I want to beat the doctor. And maybe you had that with your son. You had that bond, and it's for the better, but it makes you angry. Maybe that same emotion is built into us that we don't want to hurt somebody we love for something that we don't like.
Yeah.
So we just...
Yeah. But then there's no reality. And the problem nowadays with a lot of women is they all think they're 10 out of 10. And that's a big problem as well. Because
if you just go browse TikTok or Instagram for fucking 5 minutes. They're all 10s. Girl, get your vagina away from the lamp. Please, the last thing that needs is light. Okay.
But that's because you have all these simps saying, "Oh, you look beautiful. You look beautiful." Yep. Fuck what everybody says. Stop. Yep. Look, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody positive advice and feedback and words of positivity. But at the same time, though, be honest about it.
What about critical? What about critical?
You could be critical too.
Okay, but then that's
Why
not
not?
positive. You're thinking of positive reinforcement. No.
No.
I'm talking,
But that's
I'm
because
talking
people give
harsh,
too much positive.
critical.
No,
Boom. They
I
put it all on
agree.
the table.
I'm saying people on social media give too much positivity.
What about when a man cheats? He's like, oh, I was drinking. Is that just put it on the table? Look, I was at a fucking party last night. I fucked 4 chicks. I came in every one of them. I might be a dad. I'm just telling you right now. Put it on the fucking table. So there's not any mystery. There's not. Maybe that's why I've been divorced so many times. Because I just. What did you do? Oh, there was a vagina and I stuck my finger in it. Really? That's what you did? Yes, that is what I did. There's no guessing game. There's no fuck around. It's just, what did you do last night? I was at a party. Okay, then what? I was drinking. Okay, then what? We got naked. Okay, then what? Like, just say it. I did this. It's gonna be a lot easier to deal with. It's gonna hurt right now. But you don't have to go back to that story and be like, what position did you guys fuck in? Are you sure that you only did it once? If you come out with an outlandish number, look, I was at a party last night. We fucked 37 times. Holy shit. So I'm not touching that pussy for at least 2 weeks. That's got to heal, right? Like, I'm going to leave that alone. I have respect that I got a bad taste in my mouth. You got any pictures, videos, anything? Yeah, here's some of me
Oh, I got a
squirting.
candle.
Great. Did you light the candle? Here's me squirting. How come you don't squirt from me? Oh, I see. His dick is 2 inches bigger. Okay. See what I can do. Right? But if you just put it all on the table and just tell people right now, here's the thing, man. Everybody does that. You guys all probably do in your relationship. Be honest, man. Just don't finger fuck it. Just go with it.
Honesty
in
isn't
general-
appreciated anymore, and effort for a relationship is also no longer a thing with most couples. It's easier to go, oh, I have to put in some effort. Oh no, let's split up and I'll try the next guy, but because he's gonna be better than you. That's also. I'm not saying if you hate each other's faces and you can't stand to be around each other, you have to stay together, but there has to be some efforts to coexist or be in a relationship, right?
Well, you have to show that you're willing to change or fix what the problem is.
But it's easier to say bye-bye, next.
Some people won't even say bye-bye. How many times you see, and even in these movies or shows where, or even in real life, where people cheat on their wives and they're like, I'm going to leave my wife so I could be with you. And they never, ever, ever, ever do it. It's the same thing with women. They never, ever, ever do it because it's that thrill of cheating and getting away with it. And it's not
How
love.
many times can I do it? Yeah, it's how many times can I
You
do it?
also,
Right?
don't you
with
think
Brie
the
was love.
repercussions is
Yeah.
holding them back?
Say that again?
Don't you think subconsciously the repercussions are holding them back?
Look
Because
at me
then
and my
they will
ex, bro.
realize you're
Look at me and
destroying
my
your
ex. I had
complete-
everything to lose, and I only had one thing to gain, and that was Brie. Just do it. Do it. And to say that you can't find love while you cheat, I did it. I did it. So you can. You just look. I could have done it earlier, yeah, but I had too much money in the bank, and you're not taking half of that. So I'm either gonna burn that fucking money or burn you. So those are the options, man. So I'm not going to jail, so it looks like I'm dumping everything I got into cars. You know, so you can do it. People don't have. I'm not saying I'm better than. Well, no, I am. I'm saying I'm stronger than most. But just do it. Just be honest. And whatever the repercussions are, take responsibilities for the actions that you do.
Yeah, it's kind of
In
worse.
general, most conversations aren't really driven by honesty.
What are they driven by?
Selfishness.
Yeah.
And I feel the
it's-
same way. It's like for me, it's worse when you did something and you don't come clean, or I have to find out 6 months later about or
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. Put it on the table now.
And it brings up the conversation all over again. Like
That's what I'm
just finished
saying.
having
And
this
you're right
conversation
back to
2
that
months
shit
ago.
again.
Yeah.
Just fucking put it on the table.
Plus trust, because if you do something wrong, you confess to it, and right away you go like, oh, I fucked up, I did this, or I broke this, or did that. Then there is still trust. if
I
you
don't-
lie about it for 3 months?
I think you could be with somebody and have zero trust for them. I'm not a believer in that trust is what holds a relationship together. No. I think
Well,
trust.
never question
But it is a part of it, right? If
Oh,
you
sure,
really
sure. But if the
don't
sex
trust
is good
somebody-
enough, the trust doesn't matter. Right? If she can
Okay.
fuck your brains out and she is sexy as shit, you don't give a shit. You lied?
Doesn't
Okay.
matter, right?
You sucking my dick later? Yep. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Chalk it
So I
up.
was gonna say, I was like, how are you gonna still be with somebody if you don't trust them? But
Oh,
you
bro.
answered the
The problem is I never trusted mine because I never trusted myself. Being real. I had, if there's hot pussy in front of me, if she's hotter than you, I'm probably going to fuck her. I'm just saying. Call me a dirty asshole. I'll agree. I'm a prick. You laughed, Jordan. I'm not playing. And they knew that. I was so good looking. They knew that. I'm going to go fuck her. All right. Well, you're going to come home to me? Maybe. It might be like 5 days later when I'm tired, but yes, I will come back. That is a true story. So I didn't trust myself if the vagina, it's always been looks for me. Always. I'm not going to lie. Call me shallow. I don't know. Whatever. We all have our vices. Some people just want to be loved and hugged. I just want to jizz and come. Like, that's it. That's all I want. And now I get it too much where it's like, oh, can you make me some chicken legs? Put some dry rub on. And barbecue sauce.
Give me the big ones.
You had a big fat. Oh God, that was dirt. But obviously, those times have changed, right? People change, man. People change. Now I just want to see her happy and smile and have a good time. You know, I guess as you get older, you settle down, right? You not settle, but you settle down.
Yeah.
Like it's the time to bring it down a notch.
But if you really think about it, the honest conversation should be the easiest one. And even though that's not the thing, that's not the case at all. Has become over time the more difficult conversation.
Why
It
though?
take-
Because you feel like you're going to hurt them?
No,
Right.
not for me.
Exactly.
Oh, you're saying for general
In
public.
general.
You're saying for John.
General public.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
easiest thing is not to lie, because then you don't have to remember what you said to what person.
Yes.
If
No,
you
but
don't
if you're
lie-
brutally honest, you're gonna have the repercussions every single time. How many friends do you have, Matthew? How many friends do you have, Spade? Exactly that. If you pretend to be a more fake and open person, you're gonna get a lot more people hanging around with you.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be a
you'll be the
richer
popular one. You'll be the popular one with fictitious made-up stories. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
You're less
then can you
desirable when truth is said, whether that's in a positive light or in a negative light, right? Whether you tell somebody you hate them or you love them, either way, you're less desirable. You're better off with just, yeah, we good, bro.
Can you really call those friends?
No,
What
I'm not saying
definition
that,
of
but the
friend?
numbers go down. If you're really truthful all the time, you're probably gonna have a lot less
Yeah,
people around.
Agree.
Your inner circle is smaller.
Case in
than-
point, Donald Trump. Case in point, people like how Bresh is. People like this. Now look at the opposite side. It's like Howard Stern or me. You either love me or you hate me. There's
Yeah.
nothing in between. And the numbers don't lie. I get it. Dominion vote, whatever. The numbers don't lie. The popular vote, which doesn't matter in America, Biden had it. Because people don't want to hear facts. They want to be sugar-coated and participation trophy. And you did a good job. You could do better. Fuck that. Tell people you sucked. You lost the game.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
But at the end of the day, you're gonna be left with people that really know you and like you for what you really are, and that's a friend, right?
What you guys are to me. Yeah. Yeah.
But the flip side of things, if you're talking about reality, if you play fake nice, you're gonna get a lot more done.
Oh yeah.
That's not the way it
Yeah,
should be.
if I played low key, kept Patreon, loved all products, I'd hand over fist right now.
Yeah. But then you wouldn't. But then it would go against what your morals are, and it would go against how you feel, and it would make you more depressed than happy, even though you'd be happy because you have a bigger bank account. So it's like a
there's
double-edged
still
sword.
but there's still depression in there. I'm not going to get into my story. There's still depression that flows in there, though, regardless of one is better than the other. Either is attached with depression, whether you have too much money and you have no friends, or you have enough of money and some friends. So there's still depression that resides in there, or sadness. It's just which one outweighs the other, and most personalities online, I will be famous. That's a guarantee. Whether that's politician, whether that's radio, whether it's TV, I will be famous, and it will happen sooner than later. And I'll remember all the people that guided me during that trip, and I will never change that. Most people, though, once you start getting the money involved, they have new friends now. They're in a different bracket. I'm not going to associate with the poor folk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't
so
wanna
then
look
you
like
also
I'm poor.
surround yourself with yes men, right? I mean, you've seen celebrities go outside with ridiculous outfits. If there was one true friend, like, dude, change your pants.
Yeah, you
look
got to
like an
cut
idiot.
this shit out. You can't wear a fucking rainbow bracelet and a strap-on dildo on your face. I'm just.
That's like
both belong
nobody
in
tells
different
Kanye
areas.
how he dresses when he walks outside. Like, dude, what are you wearing? Why
I think he's
why are
doing
you wearing
that
a trash
for-
bag?
But he's smart about it. That's smart. You're bringing attention to yourself. Keep yourself relevant. That's good.
Half of the time, it's his own shit he's wearing.
Yeah, fuck it. Adidas put me off. I'm gonna make my own shit. Kanye Mickey Mouse boots. Fuck it. What? You got to bring attention to yourself somehow, man. You got to stay relevant. Can't just sit by and let the world go past you, bro.
True. But if a non-famous person would wear that outfit, let's be
But
honest.
imagine that. Imagine
Well,
that.
think of this. You got a friend. Okay. You want to go, Spade or me?
Go
I
ahead.
hope yours is good. Okay.
No.
Take MGK and Megan Fox, right? With their kids and how they're trying to raise them as the opposite sex of what they are. Okay. If you had a true friend, he'd be like, you need to cut that shit out. Instead, everybody's like, oh, they celebrities. Cool.
But that's
Yeah,
the
let's all
weirdest
do
part
this.
to me, because it's not his kid.
What the
That's
one's
right.
not his?
No,
Yeah.
no, none of the
He's
kids
not
are
the
his.
biological father to those kids.
Who's
That's
the father
weird.
of the kids? Is it all one
guy
guy?
from
The guy
90210.
Oh, different.
The guy from
Different.
90210, Brian Austin Green.
Is
No.
what? All of them or two of them?
I believe so. All
Two
of
of
them.
them.
They
All
don't
of
have
them.
kids.
Brian Austin Green and Megan Fox had what? 2 kids or 3 kids? There's 2, right?
However kids she has, those are hers.
That can't be
That's the
right because
problem.
she's been with MGK for like 3 years and there's a little baby involved.
Right.
You're saying that that's not his?
I don't remember hearing anything about them
No,
having kids.
MGK and Megan don't have a kid.
Yeah.
Well, there's even celebrities that adopt 5 kids and wonder by
Angelina
wonder.
Jolie.
All of them are trans. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're right. Brian Austin Green. That's all 3 kids are his. That pussy.
Yeah, and he has
rocked.
a daughter.
I tell you
He
what,
has a daughter.
that pussy is gone. Just putting that out there now. That shit ain't the same from Transformers. It transforms.
It's more than the eye.
Oh, geez.
That pussy is. What's his name? The guy with the D. Not Decepticon. The truck. What's his name?
Optimus.
Prime.
Optimus.
Fuck! See, if I would have known that, I had a good line. That pussy's not in its prime anymore. It's optimal. Yes! That's
Oh.
good. I had it. I
like that
didn't
one.
have it. It's Decepticons. Right, but so you got those 3 kids with somebody else. Hey, first off, MGK, that pussy got to be real good to go with a woman that's got 3 kids with somebody else.
And he's a decade older than you.
Look, I fucked the shit out of Demi Moore. She's like 70, so let's not
Oh,
judge.
yeah.
Okay, let's.
I'm not judging. I'm just
Let's-
saying, like, it's more stacked in her favor than his favor.
Yeah, and he got
You know what I
pink
mean?
hair,
Also as
does
a
heavy
kid.
metal and rap. I don't even know what your genre is anymore. It's
I
like
feel like he
EDM
does-
meets country meets rap and classical.
Well, that's because Eminem literally like put him in the ground.
Ah,
so-
no, I disagree. MGK ripped him a new asshole. Period. Kill
Then
shot.
again, he did change genre right after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He did. I mean, I don't even know what genre he is. He's got pink hair, plays a guitar, and EDM is playing. What is this?
Trance
He
rock.
hangs out with Alan too
What
much.
is it?
Trance rock.
Is it really?
It
Oh.
could have been.
I thought you said trash rock. That works.
No,
I mean-
trans. He said trans rock.
No, I think he said trance, but either way, it's bad. Like, it's not good. And you painting your nails pink and shit. What message are you sending? Like, what is the message?
Androgynous? That he's
He's sending a
androgynous?
positive message. If you become more feminine, you too can land a chick like Megan Fox.
Okay,
So
then what's
see-
the message of dressing up the father of the kid can't be fucking happy? You're taking
No.
all your boys and you're making them.
That's not true, Jay. They're all from California. Remember what people in
Yeah,
California
yeah.
Remember that. So we don't know how he actually feels. He might actually feel the same way. They're Californians. They think differently than
That's a valid argument. It's a valid argument. That's why I tell you, Belgians, you guys have no idea what California is, bro. That's another nation. That is. I don't even know how to explain that. Nobody outside of California likes California.
That's probably a valid reason.
It
for
is the redheaded stepchild from a different marriage and a different father of America. That's what California is.
I know it's good for buying a second-hand car because it probably won't have dry rot, right?
No, it'll have bad because it's by the beach.
Huh.
But that was a joke that you were trying to make. Terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
Terrible delivery. I just figured I'd destroy your joke with an actual fact.
Thank
And they
you.
still get their own star on the flag. That's nice.
That's
Well, the thing is, they had to start before they went crazy. That's the problem.
Ah,
And all of a sudden they went crazy. What are you going to do?
They
You're
had
gonna
this-
support the star?
Bro, they had this thing in the 90s where they were talking, because California's got a lot of earthquakes. That's their natural disaster. And they're on a fault line, like where the line of the state is. And they said eventually that over years and years, 20, 30 years, obviously they can't. You remember my Facebook post, 10 years, this is going to happen, 10, nothing ever happens. So, but they said California eventually is going to separate from the country and it'll be like an island. Never, ever happened.
we can make a trans island.
It'll be 100 years before that happens.
And make a TV show out of it.
Are you glad it didn't happen, or more sad it didn't happen?
It's like Hawaii. It is an American state, but nobody really knows that. Like, no one's ever like, I was born in Hawaii, so I'm American.
Well,
Yeah, I
it's
do
still
love
part
it
of
when
the
people say that
continental
they're
US.
Hawaiian. Bro, you're American. No, I'm not. I'm Hawaiian. You're American. I'm just your birth certificate and your citizen.
US citizen.
America. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. So that now California's got to get into it. A lot of people would leave though if it was an island because now you're stranded.
Yeah, but the rest of the United States is safe. So it's
Well, think about all that new waterfront property.
You're surrounded by it.
Imagine you got a house on the hills, and then all of a sudden, when you break off, all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, look, I got water by my house now.
I got a
beach."
saltwater fucking crocodile in my front yard.
private beach.
Nice.
But think of Arizona. When California falls off, Arizona's going to have waterfront property, right?
Sure.
Well, there's
but does have
there's some pros in this.
There's a lot of pros in this.
resources? What do they have? What's something California
Their
has
major
besides-
their major export.
Yeah, like food wise. Can they survive as an island?
There's-
That's what
No.
I'm trying to figure out.
No. The only thing California is known for is what?
movies, right?
That's it.
A lot of
Other than
movies
that-
are filmed in the Northeast, though. So
Northeast? Is it Northeast?
yeah, if you look, yeah, you should know this. Final credits. 70-something% of movies are filmed in New Jersey and New York.
Oh, you mean over here? Yeah. I thought you meant like the Northeast of California. I was
No,
like,
no. Like Northeast, like they have studios in California. Yes, a lot
And
of
the
them,
biggest
but
thing
a
now is
lot of
Atlanta taking
outside
over.
shots are made in Jersey
Yeah.
and New York. That's where they're made.
And a lot of the new booths that they're making for movies, all the studios now, they're making them in Atlanta. So California is soon going to be non-existent in Hollywood.
And Apple and Netflix for their own series. Netflix bought out Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, to make their studios in New Jersey. And then Apple
geez.
did something in upstate New York where they're buying a warehouse and doing studios in upstate New York. So they're getting the fuck out of there. They're leaving. Yeah, they're like, we're out, bro. We'll go to another liberal state, but not here. We're done. Thanks.
We destroyed this much too much.
Yeah,
Let's go somewhere else.
we're out. This shit's way too woke.
Yeah, no, it's bad. The Californians.
I think the
feel like-
major export California would be wine, if I had to take a guess.
they have that many vineyards, vineyards,
Yeah.
vineyards. That's the word.
Yes.
What'd you say, vineyards?
Yeah, I said
English
vineyard.
is
I was like,
different.
no, wait, that's vineyards.
Wow.
Correcting myself.
Top of the that's rough. 4% of what they export. No. Top category is like computer and electronic products.
Silicon Valley. That's why. But other than that, but they don't even make anything there. It's all off. It's all made in China anyway.
Well, isn't China's closer to California than it is Northeast? So, I mean, it makes
What
sense.
you're saying is
Sure.
I should experience it, but probably while wearing a VR, not go to
Yes.
California.
Telling you,
100%.
I'm not saying California is not. I've been to California. I've been to 29 Palms. I'm not saying that it's a bad state. I'm saying to live in, bro. You want liberal? Oh my god, dude. You ever seen Mark Dice? You know who that guy is? I want you to go YouTube, open up a tab real quick so you know to do this after the stream. Mark Dice, that's 2 words, stupidest Americans. And you'll see, it's older shit, but you'll see how dumb the people are in California. This is not
Oh,
stage.
those are all. Oh, yeah, I've seen.
Where
some
you
of
ask the people what state, what is Independence Day, what is this, what's the difference between Revolutionary War and Civil War? Do you know the difference, Spade?
Yeah. So
Did you find it?
Yeah, I
the
got it.
Civil
I got
War
it.
was between the states, while the Revolutionary War was between the U.S. and
Okay.
Great Britain.
You'd be surprised how many people don't know that answer.
Oh, I know. I've seen those videos.
Oh
I've
my
seen some of them where they're like, "Oh, tell us the capital of California," and they're like, "Okay,
Bro,
we live in California. You don't know the capital?"
these people. Yo, there's one where he's talking to sex, like talking to people about sex. Are you watching it now, Jordan? Don't watch it now.
No. I was just reading the subtitles for some reason.
Don't. Just wait. You're going to love it, bro. That's really California. There was one where he walked around. I hate to ruin it, but they're talking about sexual freedom. Like, can you do what you want? And then all the people are like, yeah, you can do what you want. And then, well, he's like, what about incest? If they're both adults and they want to do it, sure.
You didn't know what incest was.
You know what it is? Well, it's just where they prefer to have sex with someone that is close to the family. Nope, that's not what incest is.
Oh.
Yo, these people are
Get
fucking...
rid of close. Get
Bro.
rid of close. That's the
Bro,
answer.
these people are fucking stupid. Like,
No, they are. I feel like that's the thing though. Like I can't see myself like if I walk down the street in New York and I ask these questions, I don't feel like these people
You would not.
answer the questions like that.
no,
I just feel like
absolutely
that's
not.
just California.
No, you would absolutely... You'd probably get smacked in the fucking face, one. Number two, they would answer you with a smart-ass comment, but no. They're... Wow.
Is it bad or cliche to think of for us in California? Yo, surfer dudes with
No, that's the old way. That was
Yeah, that's the
80s
old
and
way.
90s.
That's not now.
Not anymore.
Nah, no. They might pick up a wakeboard, but they ain't gonna pick up a surfboard. Good stream. Did we have fun?
Yes, sir. As always.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
You were good with time
Yep.
today, Spade. Did you talk to Pancakes?
Yes, I did.
What'd he say?
No,
Why not?
because he says no. He's like,
Why
I don't
not?
want.
Why
doesn't
not?
wanna go
There
through
got to be a
that. He
reason.
doesn't wanna-
He just didn't say
He doesn't-
no.
He said, I don't want to go through that. I said, there's money involved. What do you care? He
How
goes,
much money
"No."
did you tell him?
The 500. You told me 500.
Double
I
that.
told him
Let's go to 1,000.
Okay.
I'll counter offer.
Counter. Well, there was no offer to begin with, but okay.
No, my
sure.
offer was 500.
You're upping the ante. You're upping
I'm
the
countering
ante.
my offer at 500 to 1,000.
I'll tell him.
If he says no, tell him I'll let him fuck my wife. That's worth more than 1,000.
What if I do a deep fake of Pancakes for 500?
Yeah, I'm in. If you can somehow look, I'm down for this for next week. If you can somehow get an AI face to look like Pancakes, I will verbally rape the shit out of you.
Just out of curiosity, why is Brie packing bags?
Oh, you're stupid. Because you don't want to fuck Pancakes. That's why. Yeah, you gotta
For
do
the team.
Pancakes with the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Yo.
I can do the president's speech, and then I have to look it up again. You
Bro,
memorize it.
that shit was bad, dude. Yo. And you put that on your channel, you trying to lose subs?
All jokes aside, we actually got 2 subs because of that. Not even joking.
It must be the people from the Down syndrome house that feel bad for your channel. They're like, oh, he's got one of us. Let's subscribe.
That's
Possible.
nice. It's a sympathy sub.
Wow. Sympathy sub. Sounds like a great sandwich. Wow, he turned it down. Really?
Yeah.
For 5 beans.
That's what I said. I said for $500, you just got to sit there for a half hour while he just belittles you and says everything. He's like, no.
Half hour? I think 15 minutes was mentioned.
I said 15 minutes. I didn't say a half hour.
I thought you said a half hour. All right. Well, regardless,
Now it's half an hour for $1,000. Yes.
I'm telling him he can either do 15 minutes for $500 or 30 minutes for $1,000.
Okay. All right.
And if he really wants to get crazy, we'll do 2,000 for an hour.
I mean, I would sit there and
But-
just listen to people just.
But tell
Put
him
on
to
the
dress up.
headset.
I want him in a suit.
Oh,
I
you
want
want
him
him in
to
a suit?
act like the president when he does it too, since I'm putting all this money up.
Oh,
All right, I'll
could
let him
he
know.
Come on with the American flag as a background.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Just something. else.
15 minutes, $500. He turns that down. He's stupid.
I totally agree.
It's not a belittle. I just want to ask him. You could tell him. I'll even write the script so you can show him, and he can be prepped for the questions. I'm just going to throw a random one in there. But the number one question is, has anybody aside from your mother or father ever loved you? That's question 1.
That's the opening question.
That's the opening question.
Imagine what the rest of them are.
Great. Now that you haven't answered that question, let's move on to the next. Have you ever sucked a dick?
Even
Number
by
3.
accident.
Have you ever seen a vagina?
In real life, no
Porn
VR.
doesn't count.
Have you ever been caught with child popo on the computer?
Yeah, but that's a
Nothing
tricky
serious.
question because you implied getting caught.
That is a good point.
Wait, what?
Have you ever sexually assaulted anyone? Yo, there's a lot of questions I gotta ask that guy. And if
You
I
can
get
do
the
it.
answers, who knows? I might even throw a tip in there. There might even be a tip at the end.
You can ask a
I'll let him
subtle
know.
question. Are you allowed to be close by schools or play fields
Have you
or
been
whatever.
known to play on the tire swing behind X school?
Above the age of 10.
Do you own a white van?
Because when
I tell you,
he-
at the end of that stream, it's
that can't be
Roll
viewed.
credits.
You can't post that. There wouldn't be no way.
yeah. Then at the end of those 15 minutes, roll them.
Roll credits.
Oh my god, you guys need a different punchline. By the way, I'm just saying. Like, if it's roll credits, it should be roll credits for your username. It's got to be copacetic. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have an establishment to say roll credits. You're just the final credits.
I see
And
where
why
you're
don't
going.
you roll the credits at the end where it shows like a credit thing?
Well, there's nothing to. What am I going to write as a?
Have you
credit?
ever seen that show with the guy from Step Brothers, John C. Riley?
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
if
show?
you ever look at the credits of that, it's his name everywhere. Director, sound, audio, it's the same name.
So it's just going to be my name everywhere.
Well, then it would be screenplay by Mike Spade. Ugly Look by the Pedophile. You know, like it would just, you could make your own credits. Special thanks to Grim the Dickhead and Johnny Bravo. You know, like it could have actual credits. It's not just whatever the fuck.
You could do at the end of the stream, Spade. You could all go like this,
Oh!
cut, and then close it out.
Oh, that's good with the little thing with the time. Shows that they've been doing this for
Clapper?
6 hours. Click.
Clapper?
What'd you call it?
Clapper, yeah.
It's a clapper.
Then why is that?
It's a clapper.
Okay, but that's not a good one though. That's the 1935 version. You got to get the
think they're
digital
using-
ones they be using now.
Oh, yeah.
The nice ones, the ones that are like, we got some money in the budget for this. We don't have to use the chalkboard with a stick on it.
Hey, maybe you can put your names on there. You can have one pancakes.
See,
Johnny,
why are
Spade.
we coming up with the better idea for his channel? That's what his other people should be doing.
Because I'm invested. I want to see it do well.
Yeah, you want to see it do well, like I want to have a vagina next week.
Next week? Why would you wait?
Give it a
week?
month. Give it a month. Give me some time to recuperate. Bro, that's what it is. That's a chalkboard with a stick, is what he just showed us. You
That's
like
what it is. Yeah. It's true. Even back then, even the original ones are like that.
okay,
too.
but it's not back then now. It's 2023.
right.
Shit is digital, you know.
Digital.
You put the time and cut. Or why not like cut scene or new scene? Something like zippy, like, and that's a wrap. Bang. And then like the scene closes and it zooms out and it's like Joey Pancakes, pedophile, watch out in your area. You know, no flyers. You know, something or like a wanted poster. You know, wanted $5,000 reward from the
Or
Jackson.
put him on a milk cart.
From the Jackson family.
Bro, if he comes on the stream, he's gonna be really mentally distraught for like at least 2 hours. I'm just
A year, probably.
he's a grown ass man. What is he? 38?
No, he's 30.
20s?
30 34? 34?
He's all right. Is he on a no-fly list?
No.
Oh.
At least not that I know of.
Yeah, but he can't hand candy out anymore. He's forbidden.
Can't drive around in the ice cream van anymore. That's it. You not allowed out of this town. Would you cross over those borders? It's trafficking.
It's trafficking.
Yeah, I can't fuck with this guy no more. All right, you guys, all be good. We'll see you next week. Same time, same rhyme, same place. Stay good. Stay beautiful.